All right, everybody out there, happy Friday night. Great to have everybody coming in. Boy, what a day. A lot of crazy things being released by our government today, and we're going to talk about that. See, there must be some crazy things up in the sky going on, something, I don't know. We're going to dive deep into that. With us, as always, we've got that snooty lady only hanging out with us just so she can write us pores off on her taxes. How you doing tonight there, Gutters Pub?
I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
Doing great. Just up looking at the skies. With us, as always, we've got our token mad scientist here, shocking himself faster than he can shock the world. How you doing tonight there, old man Bills?
Doing great, man. UFO night, can't miss it.
Yeah, you can't miss it at all. Joining us, the mouth of Houston, LW, coming in there. How you doing tonight there, LW? Glad to have you back.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's a big day. It's Disclosure Day. Let's go.
Disclosure Day. And joining us, our country music sensation, just back from being on tour, back here with us. How you doing tonight there, KJ?
What is up, guys? Woot woot. Been a while. I'm excited.
We got our woot woot. Glad to have you back. With us tonight, too, we've got Tombstones in here. We know she knows a lot about UFOs, so we are glad to have her here. How you doing there, Tombstones?
Yes, I know everything, and especially with the disclosure, I especially know everything now.
All right, well, good to have you here. And our special guest of the night, we got Tim, the founder of UAPedia. He's the knowledgeable guy. So how you doing tonight there, Tim?
Hey, great, doing wonderful. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, thanks for being here. It's, somebody's got to tell us what the hell's going on. So you seem like the perfect guy to do it. So everybody out there tuning in, thanks a lot for being here. I see a bunch of fun faces already coming in. So sit back. We're about to get this thing kicked off.
Would you mind telling me whose brain I did put in?
And you won't be angry?
I will not be angry.
Abby someone.
Abby someone. Abby who?
Abby normal.
Abby normal.
Listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
All right, everybody out there, once again, thanks for being here. This is going out live over here on Traveling Fools. It's going out live on X as well. We live on LWs. We're live on Old Man Builds. We're live on, Tombstones. We're live on Gutters Pub. So no matter where you're watching, we really thankful for you being here. Please make sure you have hit that thumbs up no matter where you are at. Good to see you. And Halcroft coming in here. We got quick stop Dante in there. We got Darlene in here. Multi, good to see you. The Bud Files coming in here. Good to see you. We got Dozer in here as well. Let's see. I can scroll if I miss your name. Not doing it on purpose. We got Lizzie Pop in here. Good to see you, Lizzie Pop. We got Sun Honey Studios, over underrated. Karen from HR, always checking in on us. Good to see you. Karen Guaco Loca. We got Miss Scarlett in here. Gumby coming in there. Matt Dummett, what is up? We got Venomous Venoms in here. Lots of fun names. Multi coming in here as well. We got Maya in there. Good to see you as well. And Sun Honey Studios, Ernie Birdie in there. Good to see everybody out there. We got a special guest lined up for you tonight. Tim, I guess it's been a while since you've been on here. Some of these people might not know who you are. If you want to take it away and kind of explain who you are, what you do, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, happy to do that. And thanks again for having me. Happy Disclosure Day to everybody. I'm Tim. I'm the co-founder of UAPedia, which is the world's only online encyclopedia for unidentified anomalous phenomenon information. What we do is we curate and collect fragmented data that's scattered about and put it into one place so that people can understand and learn about the phenomenon through a rigorous process. We also apply a taxonomy so that we can see what these claims actually mean. Are they verified? Are they disputed? Are they probable? Are they misinformation? Or are they a hoax? So we have around 350 articles and entries that we've published. We're on our way to over 2,000. The articles have been read over 250,000 times. We get around 20,000 people to the website every week. And we also host and put on a quarterly event called UAPCon, where we bring in journalists, researchers, experiencers, scientists, thought leaders all around UAP, and they talk about really the intersection of the phenomenon and consciousness, which is what UAPCon stands for, is UAP and consciousness. And so we talk about the meaning of all of this crazy UFO stuff as it pertains to society, religion, culture, science, and we really nerd out on this stuff over there. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's super cool. I was watching it today. I still got to finish up. I made it about a little more than halfway through. That's a long thing you had there, and a whole lot of really interesting people that you had on that last UAPCon. So I started it the other day, and I watched more of it today while I was driving, just sitting there listening. And I got about an hour and a half left to finish, I think. But super good stuff. I know Nightbot will be dropping the links there to Tim's webpage and the YouTube channel where they host the UAP cons. Those are actually, if you're into UFOs, UAPs, I would definitely say get over there and check that out. So, yeah, that's Tim in a nutshell, I guess. What the hell happened today? Can you give us some insight on what's really going on?
Yeah, I just want to tie off on UAPCon really quickly. So we just hosted on Sunday a 6-hour event. I felt like I was hosting a telethon over there, although we weren't asking for money. And we had, Danny Sheehan, we had Linda Moulton Howe, we had Stephen Bassett, we had a panel on experiencers where they were talking about the phenomenon. One individual, Richard Monk, talked about how he had a childhood imaginary friend and how he shared that with the experiencer groups and found out that a lot of people have had that and then went on in their life to see a UFO. So it was really an amazing event. But today was historic. The government actually released a number of videos and files that they've been holding back and declassified those and released them to the public. So it was a big day. A lot of excitement around this. A lot of people have been validated through this release of information. Military veterans who've experienced things, experiencers throughout the years, journalists and researchers who have been talking about this for a long time. A lot of validation coming from the government. But we did learn some things. We have an article up about the top 10 findings from the data dump today. You can check that out, and I'm happy to talk through that also. So.
Just realized I was muted. Sorry about that. So what do you think, what was your biggest takeaway from today?
Yeah, one of the coolest things was they really showed what the FBI's role in this was. We never really understood what the FBI's, role was in like sightings or crashes or this kind of thing. And basically what their role is to archive, relay, and narrative control. So imagine out in the woods somewhere, something happens and the authorities find out. They immediately call the local FBI agent. He shows up. He shuts down the investigation, blocks everybody out. He archives what's there. He relays it to the other 3-letter agencies. And then he tells everybody nothing happened here. That's the role of the FBI in disclosure. So that was pretty predominant in the findings today. There was a number of videos. If you haven't watched the videos, some of them are very, very cool. Videos speak, more than 1,000 words. And then there's the files that were associated with it. So the files are really interesting. There's transcripts from the Apollo 17 mission where the astronauts are saying, hey, we see vehicles, we see lights, we're basically not alone up here. And they've released a video or two on that as well. So those are a couple highlights that are pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'll look and see if I have that one bookmarked there. That was pretty interesting to listen to. Let me see if I can find that. That was the you were saying the transcript with the astronauts.
Yeah, the Apollo 17 astronauts. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's I've been tracking this part about astronauts and what they found when they went to the moon for a long time. There was a guest on UAPCon 2 on Sunday, Darcy Weir, who's a Canadian documentarian, and he has a series of documentaries called Secret Space UFOs. And in there, he talks about the archives and goes through all the NASA photos. And so if you had watched this documentary, you already would have had a good sense that, the astronauts saw a lot when they went up there initially through the Apollo missions, and were told to really not say a word about it. And this validates all of that. So it's great.
Yeah, I've got the one. Is it like there's one that's like 6 minutes long. Is there like a point in that is?
There's no sound. So you have to really want to watch them, because, it's not super entertaining looking at these videos, but when the UFO or UAP shows up, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, but isn't the transcript? There's not one with with them talking, like the transcript, or no?
No, it's just a document. Yeah,
just them reading it.
I believe so. I haven't seen a audio recording. There could be in the files, because there's a lot in there, but I haven't seen it yet.
Right. Okay.
I guess that's the other thing I should say, right? This just came out today, and what we're doing is trying to pour through it and discern, what's real, what it means, and and all of those things. So it's really early right now. So I'm sure
it's really. I don't think anybody's had a chance to tear this apart. I don't know how many pages there were. I started looking through it, and I was like, oh my God, I mean, this is so much to look through.
That's a typical government strategy. Dump a bunch of information, no narrative, no talk track about what it means, or couching, or anything with the files. They just dump it out there and let us go through it and interpret it as we will. So
try to figure out what the hell's going on. Old man, what do you think about this? I know you were doing a show earlier about this. I didn't get a chance to tune in because I was on the road, but what do you think? What say you?
A lot of the stuff that we see today, I've seen a lot of it already. None of it kind of surprising. A lot of the flight characteristics are pretty much the same. They're doing a lot of the same things out there. The only one that's interesting was that star-looking one, but as you guys were talking about earlier, that was debunked already. Some kind of I don't know, flare or something. That was the only thing that was actually interesting about it to me. I didn't get to read through any of the files or anything, just watch the videos. But pretty much what we already knew, and government sitting there telling you, yeah, we saw it too. It would have been more interesting had they told us exactly, what they thought about it and where it came from or something like that. That's the back notes I wanted to see.
Yeah, the video that you're talking about with the star in the middle, it looks almost like a Christmas ornament or something. Yeah. It looks to be a flare on the end of a parachute. It has a smoke trail behind it. The phenomenon typically does not leave a smoke trail, so that one was pretty easy to pick off there. But there's a bunch of good ones. There's ones that are, and what they've said publicly is, that they have to phase this out. This is just the beginning. The actual mind-blowing stuff they haven't released yet, of course, right?
Sounds like all the UFO people that talk about this stuff. Oh, we're getting to the good part. Yeah, dude, I got gray hair before you even got to the first part.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's the narrative that's out there. The good stuff is coming, and this is just the first launch here, first trove.
Right, like all the other files. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, we're behind that one.
We're gonna be blown away.
Right. Yeah, this one here. Let me see if this one was pretty interesting here. I saw, and I don't know what exactly is going on here, but. Yeah. I'm sure you saw this one. I mean, what the heck is this thing?
Yeah.
I mean, you got any idea on this? What's going on here?
I saw this one earlier. No explanation for me. It is it needs a narrative around it. It needs some couching.
Like dun 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 dun.
I think it's flaming space poo.
I think it's a Mother's Day balloon let loose, and they're just speeding up the video. That's what I think.
That's
probably what it is.
I don't know what this thing is. Yeah, where did this supposedly come from? Does anybody know? Like this video?
That's the problem.
They usually have some type of descriptor on them, but I don't recall exactly where this one was filmed.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of blacked out stuff as to where this came from. But I mean, this was obviously, I think, released by, by the government in these files. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. So what do people in the, have you talked to, you said you were on a couple podcasts earlier. What's the common consensus like from other, creators and stuff like that?
Yeah, one of the big ones was around, the fact that they're letting us decipher this. The other one was, amongst friends, we were calling this "I told you so" day because we've all, as was said earlier, we've seen a lot of this, we know a lot of this, and for people who are not following this, we kind of told you so. Here it is. The other big narrative is around, the fact that this was something that was known. There was a story that came out around a bunch of religious leaders being briefed on this prior to these files being released. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson came out and wrote an article saying, hey, it's likely that, these people are telling the truth and that they have videos and files, but that doesn't mean that there's aliens necessarily. So that's as close as Neil deGrasse Tyson has ever come to being on this side of the fence. So there were some precursors to this, of course, like journalists and researchers were saying that this was coming, and so were a bunch of politicians. So just the lead up to this felt very curated and managed a bit by whomever was releasing this.
So what do you think about, we don't like to get too much into, religion and stuff like that. And I know that's a thing they were talking about, the, all the people, like meeting with some of those preachers there. I know there was one, they were saying some of them came out and said they met at some Airbnb in the mountains of Tennessee or something. Like, what the heck's up with that?
Yeah, very, very secret mission. Well, the implications on religion are pretty heavy. If in fact, we're not top of the food chain and that there's another intelligent life form here that has advanced technologies, what does that mean for organized religion? So that, managing that ontological shock amongst their, parishioners or, the people who, go to their church is really important,
Right, exactly. And I think that plays out, many different ways, just depending on, personal people, the way people look at it themselves. So,
people are saying one person's disclosure day is a party, another person's disclosure day is completely shocking, so it just depends on where you are on this continuum,
Right. What were you saying there, Nathan?
I was going to say, I'm sure the Vatican looked at it and says, this isn't even the good stuff. You haven't even scratched the surface yet. They've got a lot more in those archives. It's way better than this.
Right, more than likely. So, and I know, the Vatican came out, God, what was that, like 20 years ago or something, and said that, there was, they came out and made a statement about this a long time ago. And, you can't tell me that these, large religious organizations, that this is disclosure day for them. I'm sure they've known about all this stuff, a big organized. There's a lot the Vatican knows that I'm sure we have no idea.
I don't get it with religion. It's something simple. God's bigger than all of us, and they seem to think that it's only in this world. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's contradictory. It means that their power is gone, is what they're upset about. It is their power to get over you and tell you what to do is gone. That's what's going to be missing. Yeah.
It could, that might be the way. That's everybody's own, kind of prerogative. I don't like to dig too deep into religion here. We'll get people arguing amongst themselves. We turned it into one of those shows. Get the chat all fired up. What do you think, KJ? You haven't said much. Have you looked into any of this today or any of that?
No, when I talked to you earlier and you mentioned it, I had no idea about any of this being released or anything. So this is all new to me.
KJ lives under a rock.
No, dude, I totally have not seen anything about this, but I'm not on, where would I have, I don't know. I'm on social media. I didn't see anything.
Right.
But I've been a little busy with other things, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. This is, it's
right.
Kind of blows my mind. Look, I played that game before.
So this is a video from the this is a video from the Army tracking an Army tracking drone, I guess, when a UAP flew by. Have you looked at this one, Tim?
Yeah, I've seen this one. I thought that this one was pretty interesting. just to be fair for me personally, lights in the sky or radar data like this is interesting, but it's a data point, right? For me, being around this so much, I want to see, something bigger and better to really make a point for people. But, this is an interesting video.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It doesn't, a lot of this stuff that, that I'm looking at and that I'm looking through, it doesn't really show a lot. And kind of like Nathan said there, it's a lot of stuff that we've already seen so far from what I'm seeing in a lot of it.
Yeah, it all looks very familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it seems like it would be shared already. What do you think about the concept of a lot of these things being underwater?
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept, right? There's an admiral that came out, Tim Gallaudet, and he's talked a lot about this. He's writing a book, that he was, head of NOAA. He's I think he has a PhD. He's a guy who really understands what's going on under the water, and he's a person who's come out and said that they've seen things underwater that they can't explain. Danny Sheehan, who was on UAPCon 2, talked about confirmation of an underwater base off the coast of Baja California. There's the Baltic Sea anomaly that's up by Norway and Sweden that is really interesting that no one can explain. Our oceans haven't really been mapped the way that they could or should be. We know more about the moon and Mars than we do about our own ocean floor. I think it's really an interesting concept that they could be hiding or living in the ocean, and that's why we don't know that they're here among us all the time.
I mean, what do they say? There's like, I forget the number, but it's a pretty high number that they say, every day this many new, organisms are found in the ocean, I mean, hell, I think those damn octopus, and those things have to be aliens. You look at those, they're so intelligent. They have 9 brains. What do they have? 3 hearts, 9 brains. They can remember mazes. They can, change. They're like one of the most intelligent creatures on the earth. And they damn sure look like aliens. They're like nothing else on the earth. I've always thought those things. I've seen them before diving, and they're really creepy. And I don't.
So being around this a while, you get exposed to some of the fringe ideas, right, and concepts. So I'm going to lay one on you that's a little bit out there, but it's dolphins. So there's laws restricting you from being around like dolphins in a certain way. They've banned dolphin births. There's a bunch of theories around the fact that there are sentient mammals that live in the ocean that, of course, have the ability to communicate. So I'll turn your audience and maybe you guys onto dolphins, and it's a little bit of a rabbit hole that's pretty interesting to explore. So
yeah, dolphins are super intelligent too. Do you ever remember seeing that? I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but there was I forget where it was, somewhere in Europe, very like a weird location. It was like in the middle of nowhere, Europe. And there was this dolphin and this dog. So this old man had this dog, and every day when he let that dog out, the dog would run to the ocean there by his house. And at the same time, the same dolphin would swim up to the dock. At the same time, every morning, the dog and the dolphin would go and meet up together and have their little play thing and go back and forth. And then the dolphin would leave, and the dog would go back up to the house. And the next morning, boom, the dolphin would do it again. They would do it again, which I always thought that was like a fascinating thing. They were friends,
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
dolphins are amazing.
Yeah.
They're my
I heard they were
my favorite.
I heard they were very mischievous in the water at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are. I know it.
It's one of the best King of the Hill episodes. When Hank
I
goes
want
swimming with the
details,
dolphin.
please.
He's like, whoa! The dolphin, it gets very fond of Hank, so it's a pretty funny.
Oh my gosh!
Here's a video Baker's pulling up there in the back. He's found one that looks to be flying underwater. So this is pretty interesting here.
Flying underwater, it looks like a ship.
That's a boat.
That's not a boat.
On the water.
That's a boat. In my
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, over to the left, not the boat itself.
Oh, I'm like, oh my god.
That's a boat, y'all.
I'm like, that's a
rubber
freaking
ducky.
boat. Where?
Oh,
You don't see that thing shoot there across to the left of it.
That was a missile.
Right, torpedo.
Torpedo.
What's the
my bad.
context? Yeah, where is this? Those are things I want to know.
Yeah, and I guess that's it too. A lot of the stuff's being shared out there now, but where did it come from? You know what I mean? Like, where did we get this stuff from?
I feel like we're being distracted again. I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yep. Time.
It's
what's the
another
timing?
distraction. Oh, and here's a little Hantavirus too.
Right, exactly. Throw that one out at us.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Tim, tell me again about the transcript that you read. I was sitting there looking for that just now, trying to find that. But the transcript of the astronauts saying that they saw that they saw lights and they saw different things like that. What exactly was in that?
Yeah, so even going back to Darcy Weir's documentary on this, the astronauts saw a bunch of things. So when they saw lights and structures on the moon, they heard music on the back side of the moon, like a siren-y music. They had a code name for entities that they were seeing on the surface of the moon. They would call them Santa Claus. That was their code name for them. There's a bunch of little tidbits. In the early Apollo missions, they didn't have really a way to back channel and talk. They had a medical line that they could go through, and then that was also released. So you're seeing all of sort of the back channeling. Nowadays, it's all secret sort of communications and whatnot. But back then they didn't have a way to really hide it. So it's all in the archives. And what came out today was, some of this chatter on Apollo 17, that the astronauts there both were commenting on lights that they're seeing, and a cluster of lights. And then there's video that supports that too.
Yeah, because that's what I'd like to find that and read through it. I haven't had a chance to look into that yet. And, I'd heard that before. And, like I said, a lot of this stuff seems like stuff that we've, already seen a lot of it. Now, an interesting thing to me, I know we talked about this before when you came on here. I can't really remember what your answer was, but do you believe we landed on the moon in 1969?
Yeah, you don't remember my answer on this? So
I vaguely do. That's what I'm trying to refresh my mind.
I can't prove this using, full evidence here. This is my own personal speculation, but I do think that we went there, but I think that they found things when they went there. So they had to come up with some, a campaign to put some doubt on this whole mission that they had. Right. So they hired Kubrick to be able to film some film for them to make it look like maybe we didn't go there. That's the head fake to keep everybody from saying, what did they find on the moon? Instead, they're saying, did we go to the moon? So that's my own personal theory. I can't really back that one up with a lot of information because it's a bunch of fragmented pieces that kind of lead me to that conclusion. But normally if there's like even today, this drop, right, they're going to put out a bunch of information, a huge dump. And within that, there's going to be truth. And in that, there's going to be false claims and misinformation and things that don't add up. So trying to sort through that is what we do at UAPedia. And after sorting through it a little bit, that's how I feel about the moon.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. And, I've kind of leaned towards that a lot of times, too, the more I think about it. I mean, it's so hard to believe that first moon landing thing. But, maybe we did go there or we sent stuff there or we launched, and they had to do that to show and kind of cover up what we really saw, maybe. Because I know Baker and I were talking about this earlier. So now if we're going to sit there and go, okay, well, we're going to quote the fact that these astronauts saw things when they were in the moon, does that make us now all of a sudden we're having to believe we landed on the moon first to even believe these claims? So it's like a double whammy coming at us, It's like, oh shoot, now I got to believe we went there actually. So I'm really conflicted on a lot of this.
I do think there's a possibility we didn't go also. I do think that there's a possibility.
We didn't.
Yeah.
There, let me fix it for you. We didn't go.
I love all the opinions and theories and things. I listen to them, as much as I can. So.
Well, you'll love this. I went the past few times. I went to Miami and I went down to the Keys, and I'm still working on putting that. Then I went to Nashville. So I got more of those man on the street interviews where I'm asking people, and I'm trying to compile it all into one video. I'm editing it where I'm just asking random strangers whether or not we landed on the moon or not. And I'm trying to edit get the footage edited. I'm just I over edit things. I'll sit there and think about, well, maybe I should do it this way. But it's pretty funny to hear all the different people's responses, from that. So I need to get that done and get it out while all this is going on. Yeah. My slacker. Now, I did see this. This was pretty, and this is kind of one of the things that led me up to thinking about the moon here. So this was an old, let me share this instead. So this is an old thing on the moon here where Jimmy Corsetti, he posted this earlier, and he was talking about this with the this cave thing that the scientists discovered on the moon a while back. And this was pretty interesting stuff, because when you really look at it and you go to this, it actually goes down, and there's supposed to be, like tunnels underneath this cave. Have you ever heard of this or seen this?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an anomaly with the shape of the craters on the moon, as if they were sort of, they're not realistic. They don't look like normal craters.
Yeah, and they're all the same depth as well.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter, like how big of an item or small of an item that seems to have hit. It seems like it's they only dent so deep regardless.
Right. Yeah, and then the soil on the top part of the moon is older than the soil on the bottom.
Right.
Which is a strange anomaly as well. And they dropped one of the Apollo missions. They dropped a heavy piece of the spaceship on the moon, and it rang like a bell for over an hour. And they dropped another one, it rang even longer.
Yeah, wasn't it like almost 3 hours that the vibrations were detected?
You know all this stuff. What's your theory on the moon? What?
I kind of buy into the hollow moon theory. I mean, when you look at a lot of things, for years I thought it was insane till you start looking into it, and then, why would it ring like a bell like that? Why is, like you brought up, the soil being older on the top than on the bottom? It just doesn't make sense. None of it adds up. It's a very, very anomaly to all of it.
An indigenous tribe that they passed down their stories for generations, and there was a time before the moon.
Yeah, the Zulus, right? I think the Zulu. There's 5 or 6 cultures that talk about that. And that's a super interesting one, because you can look at it in a couple different ways. So you can look at it being like, and it kind of correlates with the Younger Dryas too, when you go back and look at that. So you can look at it that there was a time where our atmosphere may have been thicker for some reason, and maybe they just couldn't see the moon. And, whatever happened, all that moisture and stuff in the atmosphere fell and caused flooding. Okay, you can look at it that way. Or if it was the moon coming here from somewhere else, then you could look at it that way, that it changed the tides and caused the flooding. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's a fascinating one there. I would love to get somebody who is like an expert on all that. If you ever know anybody, send them my way. Like, if you know somebody who's like all into that, let me know, because I'd love to have them on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what else? I know we don't have you here for very long. I know you said you've done 3 podcasts today already before this. Right, you're probably like, oh my God, I don't want to. But what other kind of takeaways can you really tell us on this?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things I think is just really great is there's a lot of cases that have been out there. There's like the Roswell case, there's the Twin Falls case, the Maury Island case. There's the validation that these are correlated to our nuclear sites as well, like the Holloman case and others. So, what we do at UAPedia is, we gather all this information, put it into one place and say, hey, here's what we think is real, and here's what we think is maybe not real and disputed, right? So now that we have this information here coming from the government, we're going to go through our old cases that we've published and update them with this new knowledge. At UAPedia, we treat the government just about like every other source. It's a source of information, but the one thing about the government is that we know that they lie. Many of the sources that you get, we're not sure those people are lying about what they're saying, but we definitely know the government does lie. So we have to take this information, put it through, some scrutiny and some discernment, and then publish what we think is going on here. So that's kind of what we're doing, but we learned a lot, things, this. So one thing that happened today that I didn't mention is it's an acronym. It's called PURSUE. I'm going to read it right now. It's the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters. So this was just launched today. Donald Trump has really taken credit for this UFO disclosure by creating this organization or this effort called PURSUE. And it's going to be curious to see what they release after this and how they go about, disseminating this information to the public. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's been a heck of a day.
Right. It's been exciting. Like I said, I was on the road earlier, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to to dig as much into this as I would have liked to. Big special shout out there to Raging Against the Machine, coming in with a $10 super chat there. He's saying that the moon is made of cheese. And he may be onto something in it, but it's hollow cheese. It is definitely hollow cheese. Swiss cheese, probably, sir. Thank you so much, Raging Against the Machine. Really appreciate your support.
I should have led with that theory. That's
right, right, exactly. So we got everybody on panel. I think we only got Tim for like another 10 minutes. Does anybody have any questions for him while we got him up here? I know some of you got to have something you want to find out. LW,
I actually saw something from a Mean Green talking about the scientists missing, which I actually would like to know some thoughts on that as well.
Yeah. It's always a bit unnerving when these types of stories make it to the mainstream like they do. So again, looking at this through a discerning lens, there's absolutely a long history of scientists and whistleblowers being threatened, murdered, and otherwise. There's so many that you could point to. Even if you look at the Boeing situation where their planes were dropping out of the sky, all those executives that were supposed to testify, many of them were mysteriously, died. So this is a real thing. But if you look at what was released in the public and what made it to the mainstream, what you'll see is that there's some things in there that don't make sense. Like there's a secretary at a secure event that's included in the list, or there's a person over here from a long time ago, that may or may not be questionable. So anytime this information comes out, what you're going to find is there's real information in there, and then there's enough misdirection and misinformation to make people wonder and doubt. But scientists are absolutely being threatened. I know some personally through the work that I do. We know people who have had their labs destroyed. We know people who have gone missing for a time. So it really is a real thing, and it's very scary.
So you mean to tell me our government throws out disinformation and lies to us?
So one thing we know for sure.
Right? That is one thing.
We don't really know for sure, but we do know that for sure. It's like death and taxes right there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Old man, you got anything to add to any of this? You got any stuff there? Questions?
When the DoD finds out what you're doing, they shut you down real quick. You get a cease and desist letter right away, and they'll show up where you are. And if you don't stop, then you pretty much will disappear. There's no question about that.
Real life Men in Black.
There's just usually two people showing up together. They don't even need to wear suits. They just show up together and tell you to stop. So, yeah, I've seen that, several times by doing this, because you run up against a DoD patent, you don't realize it. You know what I mean? Because all this stuff is intertwined in the way it works. So you're over here creating lasers, but then you're going over here and resonating the lasers, and then you find out you're getting into a phase differential that's using crowd control, and you didn't really realize that, but then you didn't focus the beam like they did. You know what I mean? And then they come and tell you, hey, you gotta stop that. We're not putting a helicopter over your house again. So
one warning.
Well, if you're speaking from experience or from watching,
I had a guy for a year follow me at the park while I was doing it.
Wow.
So he would show up every day. As soon as I got there, he showed up, and then as soon as I left, he left. And then they just stopped by and told me, hey, stop. So, yeah. I've had it happen for it. And then I'm surprised they haven't got me now. And I'll tie this into the moon for you. When you create plasma, it creates in a little plasma balls that go in there and compress, and then outside of that, it builds a sheath zone. So the fact that the center of the moon would be hollow would be no problem whatsoever in plasma physics when you look at it, because they build in layers of frequency. So the first thing that builds in there is going to be crystal on the inside anytime it comes to structure like that, which the moon is filled with 3 separate crystals up there, which in mass quantities. So, and it also has a lot of radiation up there, not just from the sun itself. So just understand that in the way that it builds out, the plasma structures and things like that, they use that actually on the stealth. They use partial part of it for what we could see, but there's a more advanced version that allows you to take radiation and structure the air around your craft. So if you've ever seen, and I'll explain this on how they move, if you've ever seen a testicle at high power that takes basically a workout ball and they cover it with aluminum as the top load, what it does is it compresses the gas inside, and outside it gives you a field that'll actually structure. And then every time the lightning comes off the Tesla coil, the air will structure before it goes anywhere. So you'll see a tunnel build, and then the strike of electricity will go right through it. So if you can think about that and understand Schauberger, then you would understand, hey, they vortex that air, they tunnel it, and then they pull themselves through with zero inertia. So that's the process right there that I'm working on and the stuff that I do. And it ties right into what they do. And you would have no understanding of the propulsion because it wouldn't be anything that has to do with thrust. All that's out of the window. It's basically a vacuum. It pulls you right through it. So on the open end of it, it would be just open air. And then on your side of it, it'd be a pressurized environment where it pulls you. And that's it.
Oh, wow.
There's no propulsion like they think. And you stay in the air because you structured it. Because you got to remember, you're in a gas environment. Water is just another medium to them. Water, gas, it doesn't really matter. It's just the viscosity of it. So once you understand that and you can structure it, you're good to go. It's irrelevant what it is in density because they don't flow through it like we do. They go through it tunneling. So it doesn't really matter what it is.
Oh, that's interesting.
Here come the men in black.
Right, exactly. Here they come. So Tim, we got a couple questions coming in from the chat for you here before we let you go. He says, we got Jixer coming in here. Says, serious question for Tim: are they releasing footage just because, or because we consumers now have access to higher resolution cameras and more? What do you think on that?
This is a serious question. Why are they releasing? What is the point? Why would they do this now? What is the reasoning? The ring cameras and things that very much that I don't think that's it, just to be fair, if I think through it, right? Have you ever seen anyone try to film a UFO using a camera? For all the reasons old man just said, like a normal camera can't view into a plasma field very well. So you don't get very good photos of these things. So I don't think it's because of the cameras, but I do question why now and why are they doing this? Yeah.
Right, it does seem like there's a bigger thing. We have a Cute Thunder here saying, is there more information to be released? I'm under the impression, and tell me if I'm wrong, that this is like an ongoing thing and it'll take months, that they're just going to keep feeding it out to us?
Yeah, I believe. I messed up. I think I've been talking all day. Luna basically said that they're going to have hearings on MK Ultra coming up, but I'm assuming they're going to have more UFO hearings. They're going to call more witnesses. They're going to release more files. They're going to, disclosure will continue.
So just let's put this out there. What they're going to do is they're going to give you the same stuff they always did. And then months later, they're going to tell you we got everything out, right? If they really wanted to disclose something, let's go look at Skunkworks and let's go see exactly what they built there. And that would be a disclosure. What this is just shining the public on. And then you're going to find the same people that come out and do this stuff all the time, going to sell their little books, going to come out and make their YouTube appearance, and they're going to get millions of viewers on those YouTube appearances. And then they'll go away for another year or two, and then they'll come back. If you track this on a calendar or a map, I swear it would be so consistent on exactly how they do it that you can basically set your watch by when they're going to show up and what time of year and which year it is. And then it's going to come out all over the same way again with the same volume of information that gets you exactly nowhere. Again, show me the patents at Skunkworks, and then we're talking. Now we have something, because that's where the information actually is.
Yeah, I don't disagree in a lot of ways. I do think if they were to release one craft and say, hey, we have retrieved a craft, here it is, open source, public, take a look at this and try to help us crack the code on this, I think that'd be a really interesting next step.
I hope it's the Botany Bay that Khan was marooned in, personally. But
love that movie.
Love that movie. Anna's got a question. She says, do you think we will actually see like actual pictures of any aliens? Do you think we're going to get anything like that out of this?
Jeez, I hope so.
I know, isn't that?
Yeah, probably on Epstein Island.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Yeah, we'll see those there.
I don't think those gray aliens had any junk.
Right.
Right?
So Tim, real quick. So what do you think, if you had to guess on anything that we have coming up, with that, what do you think they're going to drop, like, in your mind, that is actually going to really shock people?
Yeah, I agree. I think what you're saying is, we have these videos, these grainy videos, but we all know that they have 4K, high res, up close videos of these machines, these ships, these crafts, and if we could get a good high res image, from one of these 3-letter agencies, and that is a point. We only really heard from a few of the 3-letter agencies through this data dump, and there's some in there that we haven't heard from that we know they have, way better imagery and videos that they could release and files they could release. So it'd be great to see a good, just up close, high res image like that we could all digest. I think that would really move the needle.
Well, how about data from one of these satellites that tracks radiation? See, if you're looking for cold plasma radiation, you might find something. I mean, look for some UV signatures, stuff that would be anomalies that are going on out there, because that's what you're finding here. It's not going to be conventional. So that kind of data would be way more important, you know what I mean, to tracking these things and finding out where they are.
But it is an exciting day. There was a lot that came out today. It's big news. It's very fun for all of us that spend time in this space, and I certainly really appreciate you guys having me on to talk about it. I know.
Hey man, you're welcome over here anytime you want. Yeah.
I'll just say there's a lot of conflicting, stories, opinions, and things, and that's what we're doing with our work, is try to look through all that stuff. And yeah, I'd love to come back sometime and talk more about this.
Yeah, we're going to have you. Let's see how the drips come out, from our government. And, maybe in the next, like a month from now, maybe come back on here and we'll revisit this and see what else they have given out to us. Now, you said before that you do surfing, right? You do a lot of surfing?
Yeah, I live near the beach, yeah.
Right, over there on the West Coast. Have you got to go surfing since we talked to you last?
Oh, yeah, certainly been in the water. I try to get in whenever I can. Yep.
Okay, so if I get over there like down, I got a friend of mine in San Diego I need to go visit, and he wants me to come out and go surfing with him. Yeah. When that happens, I don't know how close you are to there, but maybe we could meet up and go out there and shred some waves or something,
Let's go. That'd be great. I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
All right, so we won't take up any more of your time. I know you're probably like ready to get off the internet. So tell these wonderful people. I know Nightbot has been dropping your webpage and the link to your YouTube channel. I know we had a lot of people come in after you said it at the beginning. So kind of preface again, who you are, what you do, and where people can find you, because I'm sure you get a lot of people that are interested.
Sure. I'm the co-founder of UAPedia. We are an online encyclopedia. You can find it at of unidentified anomalous phenomenon. What you'll find on there are case studies, biographies, movie reviews, book reviews. You'll find dossiers, deep dive, investigative reports, explainers. We go back starting at, historically and move right up to the present day. And you can find all that information there. We have POV articles that we write about what's happening, and perspectives that we write as well. And then we have UAPCon, which is our conference at the intersection of the phenomenon and consciousness. And so we put that on quarterly. We did one in late January. We just wrapped one up here on Sunday. Really great event, around 5-6 hours of content that you can enjoy over time. And check us out on YouTube at UAPCon, and then uapedia.ai.
Very cool.
Right on. He must have forgot to push.
No, sorry, I was muted.
Again.
Sorry, I was muted. I was going in here
were.
typing in UAPCon over here. I think the link, I'll have to fix that one. UAPCon. So yeah, I'm dropping the link to UAPCon. I'm typing on the wrong damn computer.
It's in there.
I'm like, why isn't this working? And I'm on my laptop typing instead of my. desktop here. But yeah, I don't think it's, I clicked it. I don't think it's working right. So yeah, click that right there. You should be able to go there. That should take you right there. Yeah, UAPCon. Anybody out there watching, I will fix the one in the description as well. It is in the description of the video. So Tim, yeah, thanks so much for coming up. Any last words for these lovely people out here tuned in for you?
Happy I told you so day, and appreciate you guys and all the chatter about this and the talk. So talk with you guys next time, okay?
All right, man.
Thanks,
Just
Tim.
let me know, and thanks so much as always for coming up here, buddy. Always good to talk to you, my friend.
Cheers.
All right,
Good
see you,
night.
buddy. All right, there you go. That was super interesting. What's y'all's take? I'm going to fix this in a Nightbot here to make sure we're dropping the right link. But what do y'all think about that?
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
So what do you think,
Very
KJ? KJ, what do you think? Is there are we amongst aliens? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I don't think so. But I mean, I'm also open to listening to what people think, and that's okay too. You know what I mean? I think it's all interesting. I do love the underwater talk. I think that's super cool because there is so much that we just, the pressure, we can't know about it at this point. So I think that's super cool. And all the creatures that live down there and the way they adapt to the darkness and their, that stuff really, I think is, I like that talk. And ultimately, I really hope that the noises the astronauts heard and the music, I really hope it was Star-Lord and the Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's just that's my whole take on that.
Oh my God!
Nice.
What do you think, Tombstones?
I'm not impressed. There's no context to any of these videos, and until I know where they are, what's happening, and they need to put some Van Halen music in the background or something if they want to keep me interested.
Some what music? What, wait a
Van
minute.
Halen.
What?
The one
Van-
that the Blue Angels fly to. That's what I want to hear.
Wait, say that
whatever one
again?
Song is.
Yeah.
What?
Say that band name again.
No.
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
Say that name
Air
again.
Supply. They should be playing Air Supply.
You said Van Halen. I've never heard it called Van Halen. This must be like a
Oh, you're
northern.
so scared. Somebody's going to clip
It's
that.
northern.
Oh, it's like Van Hagar. Oh,
Van Hagar.
terrible.
Van
Not
Hagar, she would say.
Hagar.
That's the proper way to say it.
Halen
So
or
when she
Halen?
said it, I
don't
thought,
know.
well,
No,
maybe
I'm just
there's
kidding.
like, I don't know, a band that's like talking about
Van
some
Halen.
kind of
That's how
Weird
I
Can you imagine
Galaxy
glowing
or-
angels and you're listening to Hots for the Teacher?
Right.
I mean,
I
that
thought you were
would
going to
be
say something
awesome.
about. I thought
Just
you were
that
going to
one
say
the
something
Blue
about
Angels
the
fly to. That's the one.
the
I
Van
like.
Halen belt.
You gotta, he's TF.
Never heard
Yeah.
it called that before. That just took me
Yeah.
off guard. I'm like, wow, Van
Yeah.
Halen. I've never heard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm from the north.
like the
Fight me.
fuck.
right.
He caught it like right away too.
I know he
So
wasn't gonna
bad.
hesitate. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to float over it. I was hoping he was going to.
What was
no.
that?
Oh, we need a
did I
little
just hear?
Led Zeppelin would be good up there.
We got Kill Burn on
Yeah.
X saying Metallica instead of Metallica. We got Van Halen. What's up, Kill Burn?
That's super funny.
So LW, we ain't heard from you much. What do you think about? What's your takeaway from all this?
Well, to say that I'm skeptical of the government would be an understatement, as you well know. But I don't know. I think a lot of it is a lot of psyop stuff. Like somebody mentioned MK Ultra. They destroyed, I think, what was it, 85% of the documents when they were told not to.
Yeah.
Congress told them not to. So the 15% that we know about MK Ultra is pretty crazy, right? So there's no telling what's in the other 85%. And then you have like when Truman signed the National Security Act in 1947, they created the CIA. Almost immediately they went into psyops. Almost immediately, and one of the first things they started talking about were UFOs and stuff like that. I just think there's a lot of manipulation, and just to see how we'll react to it, and they can use it for different things. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and
I'm
I can
open to
agree with
anything.
that.
Yeah, and I'm open to anything. Like when I look at something, I think when you go into something with a predetermined belief on whether it's real or fake, you'll find what confirms, confirmation bias. But I just kind of look at it all to see what both sides say, and it's very lacking on the pro side to me anyway.
Yeah, I see this this comment made by somebody in the chat who I very much dislike at this point. It says, "Isn't TF an original band member of the Eagles?" Yeah, right. I quit because my testosterone levels were just depleting by the moment being a part of that band.
And it's Eagles, not Eagles.
Oh yeah, the Eagles.
The Eagles.
He doesn't understand that his
that was good of him.
testosterone keeps going, and it's because he listens to Air Supply.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
It fuels me
That's
up.
manly music.
Right,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I can make all the stadiums rock, baby. I can make all the
Fools was
stadiums
taking
rock.
it easy.
You
That's
can
right.
make love out of
Venomous
nothing
Venom.
at all.
Hey, big shout out there, Multi, coming in there, gifting out 10 memberships to the channel. Let me see if I can see who got those over here. Let me scroll down. Thank you so much, Multi. We got a Jixer getting one of those. We've got, let's see who else. AKA the Cat Lady getting one. We've got a Charlatan in there. Charlatan, I guess is the name there. Parody. We got Wendy, Southern Sun and Grown. We got What's in Your Head. We got California Ford getting one. Nick DTV. Dead Fish Cheese Spread. I always love that name. I think he's from over there. One of Nathan's buddies over there. I love that name. And we got
That'd be a good metal band name.
Yeah. Great, great name. I do love Dead Fish. He's one of your buddies over there. Isn't that where he came from, Nathan, over on your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a super funny guy. I always loved the name. I see it in trivia a lot, and I'm like, oh my God, Dead Fish Cheese Spread. I'm like, that's a cool name. Yeah, and shout out everybody out there watching. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks a lot for being here. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up button, whether you're watching on Gutters, Old Man, whether you're watching on X, if you're watching on LW's channel, if you're watching on Tombstones, if you're watching, I think Gutters got this on Kick. I think this is going out on Facebook, on Old Man's. I don't even know where all this is going out, but we got 249 brilliant people watching from all over. So we appreciate each and every one of you being here no matter what. So what's up, Jimmy Boyles? Good to see you. We still got Mean Green coming in here in the chat. We got Multi still in here. Thanks again, Multi, for the gifted memberships. Venomous Venom still in there. Kill Burn hanging out on X watching. We got Bubs, Mr. Duggar Fishing. Good to see you in here. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. We really appreciate each and every one of you. So I did hear another piece of news, and we got to be kind of careful with this one talking about it. But so there's this thing called a Hantavirus or a Hantavirus or something like that. I did realize, and I did do some research, and I got to the bottom of it. Apparently, Ground Zero was Gutters Pub's drawers. So it basically started in Gutters Pub's camper when she had to go in there and she found out that there was lots of mouse feces and urine in her drawers. So Ground Zero, Gutters Pub, coming out here cursing the world.
Yes.
So half the West Coast will have it in 3 weeks.
Right? Every
Yes, I got
campground.
it.
Every campground.
I got it. Why you guys think I was sick last week? I had
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and see, you've been sick too. This whole thing is
Gotta
making
be.
sense now. Here you are coughing,
Yes.
sneezing, doing all this. You've got the rat funk. It's like the rat fink
I
disease
actually
going on.
spit in some bottles and I sent them to your house. So just hold tight.
Well, yeah, but I paid for those.
Oh, yikes.
Oh no! You had to go there.
Jody, I don't know. I always think, okay, I'm going to be the sickest. And he just runs right over it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Shout out Mr. Producer sitting in the back though. Hey, if you want to join us, Mr. Producer, feel free to come up here on the panel with us. Maybe we can what we'll do, y'all want to drop the link. We'll see if anybody wants to call in and give us their thoughts on any of this crazy stuff going on. Sure. I'll sit here. I'll drop it on my end. If y'all want to drop it on yours too, that would be cool. So KJ, you've been out rocking some live things lately, haven't you? Have you done? Yeah, how's that going?
It's good. It's been going good. Yeah.
Yeah, you you're getting standing ovations and all that kind of jazz.
Oh yeah, every time.
Every time. I like it. I like to hear it.
No, it's been I've been staying busy, which is great. Yeah, and I have a graduation next week. I'm sure a lot of people have graduations next week or the week
You're
after.
finally graduating?
No, but I'm sure it's graduation season. So we're celebrating a lot of people. So I'm super excited about that. Right? Anyone have some family graduating, some kids, grandkids, niece, nephews?
Oh,
anyway,
that always happens.
Tis the season.
One more year.
Really? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, it's good stuff, you know. Do what, LW?
So can I book you for 2 weeks in Texas
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
to perform at the graduation?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you here.
All right.
There you go.
I'll
So
be
you're
there.
already booked. Already
there
booked.
You go.
So yeah, I went on ahead. I dropped the link right there. Anybody wants to come up and give us their thoughts on any of this crazy stuff going on, or just any other thoughts that you have, you want to come on here and tell us something cool. More than welcome to. We can bring one person up at a time. Otherwise, it turns into a shit show. But more than it already is. I mean, come on, turns into. I mean, for lack of a better word, we just don't need to. We don't need lemon on the paper cut. But yeah, definitely, you're more than welcome to. I think Gutters dropped that. I think Old Man dropped that there. Tombstones, if you want to drop that in yours, feel free. Anybody wants to call in, give us their thoughts. There it is. Otherwise, we'll just sit here and tell bad jokes until we run every one of you off.
That's right. We'll give bad advice too. So
yeah, you can call in and ask for bad advice. We are good at giving that too. What's up, Jaron Carter? He knows all about bad advice from me.
he does.
The bad advice hotline is open.
Oh,
I still want to run that one night, the bad advice hotline. God, I think that would be so much fun.
I think it would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to wait
as long as it
till,
wasn't something
late
too
at night.
serious, and then you get like
Right.
You're like, well, if it was me, I'd jump. But
I mean, we don't want to do that.
oh my God.
He jumped in the lake. How come?
right.
We'll give out relationship
Realize
advice
he
on the
was
show.
gonna.
That ought to be good.
Let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, relationship advice. We can give that. Definitely, we can give anything, but we're it's going to be very bad.
Financial advice, all of it.
Yeah, financial advice.
Oh, yeah.
The super chat button is right below.
Right. Drain your bank account into there.
Yeah.
Oh, Duggar, good for Ruby. Woohoo!
Yeah, Mr. Duggar, that's awesome. 2 masters.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Super
I got
cool.
I got some advice for you. If you want to listen to Air Supply, go over to your doctor and get some Viagra, because that's what you're going to need that whole night. There's some good advice for you.
Yeah, I always go back to still laughing about that thing where they always do that, at the end with the disclosure, where they always tell you, this may cause this may cause this. A lot of times those things is like anal soup, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to take this, but I'll stick with whatever's wrong with me before I want to have that. But they always have the thing. It's like, if you are experiencing an erection longer than 3 hours, seek immediate medical attention. I'm always laughing. I'm like, if I'm the one that's seeking, I'm not the one that's going to need medical attention.
Yeah,
I promise you that.
Yikes.
Like,
Oh, jeez. Oh, my virgin ears.
well,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Oh, it's so
Yep,
bad.
He's
there you go,
calling his
folks.
wife and
The
a
link is
truckload of
pinned
hookers.
right down below. Oh,
Good Lord. Someone, hey, call in.
All right, so we do have our first
Yay.
caller of the night. We do have somebody calling in. They don't need an introduction, but they get one anyway.
And keep having as many Duggars as possible. So it's going to be a Duggar America, everybody.
Mr. Duggar, how you doing tonight there, Bubs?
Hey, I'm doing really great. How about all you folks? Sound like y'all had fun up here tonight.
Oh, yeah, always. We always having a good time up here.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on and kind of beat my chest a little bit. My daughter graduates tomorrow with not one, but
Whoop,
2
whoop.
masters.
Yeah,
No,
that's what's up.
congratulations.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah.
she will be as of tomorrow, conservational bioengineer, and she will also graduate with a conservational master's degree in business. So
Nice.
I'm pretty stoked for her.
Yeah, congrats there, man. That's pretty awesome.
They're slinging jobs at her left and right already. So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of her for that. And
Yeah, that's super cool, man. That's absolutely awesome. Tell her congratulations from everybody here. I see a lot of people in chat coming in there saying congratulations. You got people coming in there telling you congratulations, telling her congratulations. So that's super awesome.
Thank y'all.
So what do you think, Duggar? What do you think about the disclosure today, the alien disclosure? Because we know you may or may not be an alien. So what do you think about this?
Hey, man. Well, you want to give me up on stuff, man. My shit's in the shop, But the thing I think with the big release that they're trying to do, it's kind of a big squirrel kind of thing,
Right.
Let's look here. No, look over there. Let's look over here. Squirrel.
Nice.
And I believe that a lot of the directions, we got some of that information from somebody. We got some amazing weapons, and we do have some amazing scientists. But I have seen stuff in the air that I hope we got it, because I've seen them little things that can just be flying along, hardly not. No noise at all, and then just take off at an incredible speed.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a dog fight with them things. So, what I thought what it represented, they were fighting each other up there.
I feel like Mr. Duggar just told us that this administration was trying to distract us. Is that what he just said?
No, well, it's yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the whole world, give everybody a laughing moment or a serious moment, or who knows what they're going to come out with. They're not through putting out stuff.
And see, I don't think that it's any one administration. I think it's all administrations. Like, I don't think, I think it's an ongoing distraction, and it always has been. I think you can pinpoint it on the one you're in now. But I think that it's going to be, you can look back over every administration that we've had since, hell, there was, this shit going on back when it was just newspapers going out, like all the way back. There was, the crazy stuff the government feeds out for the people just to look at, keep their minds on something else. We got so much stuff going on, and we always do, so they always try to throw out something fascinating like this. But what was it, 2 years ago in the government, or 4 years? Hell, I don't even know. That all runs together now with the BS they feed us. But they came out and they were like, aliens, aliens are real, and they start saying all this stuff, and then next thing nobody even cared at that point. The world's so crazy. Everybody was like, okay, it was like trending number 19 on X, behind like Real Housewives of Austin, Texas, or something. Yeah, it's like much more important to people.
Yeah, I agree. I think people are just.
I think those women are aliens.
Everything.
Yeah, desensitized for sure.
Yeah, they get desensitized for sure.
I want to point out Mean Green for saying that she folds her husband's clothes inside out when she's pissed.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, Mean Green. That is pretty
You fold
awesome.
your husband's clothes?
God.
Roll him up in a wad.
That's
in his
awesome.
drawers.
I think we just formed a club.
Oh my God. Can't get good help
Oh, my
these days.
I'm going to have to get Outlaw up here with us now.
It sounds like none of them women got a sink at their window at their sink where they can look outside and check to see if it needs to be mowed or not.
Right, exactly.
And they wonder why men need Viagra.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's moving right along.
I do have a sink, and if you're a good man, y'all would be under it.
Right.
Yeah, let's
That's
move
right.
on.
Let's move on
before I start promoting Sharia law.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Don't.
That got to be the funniest thing I ever heard on this thing.
So what do you think, Bubs? What else you got for us there?
Dude, I got absolute nothing except praise to God, and I think where they try to put in that it's a mix for religion. It's it's going to give people doubt. Hey, you know what? You don't think my God can make this earth and other places too?
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah, if you think he can make this one, which I do, and I think he can make as many as he wants. He's capable of anything. So that kind of blows their strategy to a real Christian. So
Right.
So I tell you what, man, I'm gonna bail out of here. I want y'all to all feel blessed, and chat got a wonderful chat. Thank y'all for coming to helping my friends out with them and taking care of them. And y'all just take care of your little bitty selves, and I'm toodly doos out of here, man.
All right, Bubs. Thanks
Love
for
you,
checking in
Mr.
with us.
Ducker.
There you go. The man, the myth, the alien. Mr. Duggar checking in with us. I always knew they were real, and he just came and verified it. Yeah, I don't want to talk. I know I put it in there, but that new HV thing or whatever that's going around, we'll just call it that. Yeah, I think they're hyping us up for another kind of crazy thing going on with that.
Just every time you hear about it, just think hashtag have you had your fear today?
Right.
Because that's basically what it is. Just,
No,
it
you're
just-
right.
Because I think the majority of people now, if they ever tried to pull what they did in 2020 again, people are going to just, and I know LW and we were talking about this, that, maybe that was the goal, they made us all, and then this time it'll actually be real, and we'll be like, F that, and then they'll be like, we finally got you morons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's like-
believe us now.
That's like in the back of my mind, like we kind of lulled y'all into this sense of security.
Yeah.
And then, like, bam, now you got it.
Well, same way with the childhood vaccine, all that stuff.
If you'd have
Yeah,
only
whole thing.
cleaned your if you'd have only cleaned your camper and put some traps in there, we would
Right.
all be okay, Gutters. But
Well, you know
no.
what? I'm proven that it didn't cause any issues because I haven't even been in my RV for 6 weeks. So
Right. I heard that's the gestation period.
It is
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So you're still not off the
6.5
hook,
weeks.
lady.
I thought they were getting this new virus from Bill Gates' meat.
Maybe.
That fake meat he makes.
Has anybody ever eaten that? Okay, so in chat too,
Probably.
anybody out there, tell me if you have. Has anybody actually ever eaten that? What do they call it? What the hell do they call it?
like
McDonald's food?
plant-based or some
Oh,
shit.
sorry.
The lab.
No, I'm not talking about the plant-based. I'm talking about the engineered.
The lab made.
Yeah, I'm sure
They do
we've
it like
all
from
ate
like
it.
like a
I'm
3D
hoping I
printer.
haven't.
What is that, LW?
You're talking about the one that, like from the 3D printer. Like I've seen. The
Yeah,
video
like that
of it,
weird
like,
lab-based created stuff.
Yeah, I'm not eating that.
Well, I mean, has anybody actually eaten that?
Well, how do you know?
Why? They tell you.
No. Yeah, they tell you.
Yeah, it's just like chicken nuggets have full chicken in there, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
They don't tell you.
Right?
You
and
can
the
order-
shrimp is always that fat.
You order 5 chicken nuggets the last time you do. You always get that grizzle, that one nugget that's got that little
Ugh.
ball of grizzle thing in
Yes.
there that you go, like, it's like chewing on a rubber, and it's like, oh my God, those things are so disgusting. I can't eat
Yeah.
that.
Well, I was just looking earlier today, and it's kind of like what we're talking about with the aliens and the government and viruses. But that tick-borne disease where it makes you allergic to meat.
Yeah. I was seeing
Lyme
something about
disease?
that. No, not
Lyme
Lyme.
disease.
It's
It's
a
like
new, yeah.
alpha gal or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So many
There's like-
lesbian conventions.
There's like 500,000 people in America in the last 5 years who are now allergic to meat because of this tick.
Yeah, dude, ticks freaking scare the shit out of me, dude.
At the same time, they're promoting the fake meat. It's kind of.
You're right. I mean,
Everything
come on.
matches up.
It's this Bill Gates, dude. He,
You don't trust him either, huh?
no, I think he's He's got to go.
Creepy.
He's got to go to sleep. Just sleep. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just to sleep.
I'm afraid to fall asleep around KJ. You know, he's like, wake up. I thought my face was supposed to be on top of the pillow.
Oh Lord.
What do you think, Tombstones? You're awfully quiet tonight. Very rare. What do you think about all this?
Well, I'm a vet tech, and I worked in medical research for a while, and I worked with mice and rats, and I never got the Hantavirus. So I'm going to say it's probably being blown out of proportion. And from what I read, you have to have very close, prolonged contact. So just don't be going out doing the nasty with a sick person. But then again, sick people are fun.
So how much contact do you have to have with the mouse?
Yeah, so stop asking me, you guys.
Have to, it's contact with their feces.
Gutters off limits.
Can I come over to your RV?
Gutters,
Party
did you
in
replace the
Gutters
gerbil with a mouse?
Oh, my God.
Common mistake, I guess.
Exactly, Malty. Stay out of Gunner's RV. This is the one sign that we've all needed, not to go and stay in Gunner's RV.
That's right.
Hey, folks, the link to call in is pinned down below. Anybody feel free to call in and give us your thoughts if you would like to. We love hearing from y'all.
But still, the craziest thing of the two, like the ground zero people, the couple, they went to Argentina and they went to a garbage landfill. Went inside the garbage landfill to bird watch, and that's how all this started, apparently.
What?
Does that not sound absolutely ridiculous?
Yes, it does.
Sounds like a crock of shit is what it sounds
I mean,
like.
give me a freaking break. Why
Where I do all my bird watching. I don't know about y'all.
Right.
Right, go to the dump and go and watch bird watching. This
Climb the highest hill. Dump.
I just
Go
sit
watch
up
the
there on
birds
somebody's
eat
old
the
sofa.
baby diapers. Let's do that. That sounds like a great
Look at that
afternoon.
beauty.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
the
the official.
stupidest shit.
That's the official story, and it sounds ridiculous, but
It's
I just think back to China. Just think back.
China.
Think back.
For real.
I mean,
what, LW, what country did you say it was again? I forget.
what, Argentina?
Argentina. Okay,
yes.
Argentina.
Yes.
Yeah, Argentina, the city named after silver. Yeah, so if you, or not the city, but the country named after silver. But if you, like, imagine going to Argentina and going and spending your time in a landfill. Like, there's got to be, like, so many better places to go in Argentina than the dump. You know, like, you can see birds anywhere. I'd rather watch birds at the beach.
I mean, yeah. It's silly.
I love going, like, when you're at the beach and those assholes, like, you know, when you go to the beach and you go and you sit down and there's like nobody there and you put your stuff out, your towel down, you know, and you're like chilling out. And then these assholes come in there and they got this wagon and an umbrella and like all this stuff like that. And they go like right in front of you and set up and you're like, you got a whole damn beach. And then, so what you do, everybody's always got a bag of chips at the beach, you know, anything like that. And it's always tourists that do crap like that, you know. So you get those chips. Oh, when you open a bag of chips and you take a handful and you crumble them up in your hand into real fine crumbs, and then you walk to the water, and as you walk behind them, you just leave a trail of that dust of chips.
Oh, yeah.
And just put it like all around the back of them. Walk out in the water and then come back down and sit down and watch them just get swarmed and shit all over by seagulls. It is so much fun to do.
That's hilarious. You've actually done that.
Oh, many times done that.
That's hilarious.
Here's another way: is you go, you look to see which way the wind is blowing, and then you sit on the side where the wind is going to hit you first. And then
are you going to crop dust them?
Well, you're just going to kind of move the sand around, and as you move the sand around, it blows onto them, and they get up and move. We used to do that at the beach, at the river, so that we could get the spots we wanted the wind to be blowing.
Wow!
Did you call it crop dusting?
Yeah. It's like, did you crop dust them? Just let
No.
rip some? You're like,
No.
downwind,
KJ goes right to that, but no, she's like, no, the sand, KJ, the sand,
Yeah, I didn't always have Marvin with me, so I didn't always have that weapon. So
Marvin.
Oh man.
yeah, for the crop dusting part.
I gotcha.
Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. So what do you think, Mr. Producer? Thanks a lot for all your hard work, by the way. What do you think about it?
About the HV or
No, we're talking.
Everything.
What do you think about the whole alien thing? We haven't got your take on that yet.
Oh, well, from the research that I've been doing today when it dropped, I mean, there are some fairly interesting newish stuff, but it's no different than what we already knew. Well, I say new, it was just verified. So we had some verification on some of the things that were dropped. I thought that was interesting. The whole moon stuff. I got to say, okay, now I'm guessing I have to rethink the whole, well, maybe we did go to the moon, or at least we have pictures from the moon that shows, at least in these files. So we took them somehow, some way. So I am curious to see what they're going to drop later on. This was only supposed to ease us into the big stuff. I don't know what kind of big stuff that they're going to throw at us. Maybe, I don't know, maybe confirm abductions, maybe confirm that there are 4 different races of aliens that we know of. I think that's the big stuff that they're waiting to drop. But it seems like they're just desensitizing us for what's to come later. I really think that's what's happening at this point.
Just curious. You said those pictures make you... So you didn't believe the pictures before from Earth, but you believe the ones from today are real?
No, it's just that it was confirmed, right?
How is it confirmed?
Well, the pictures that I'm talking about that I've seen in the files, we've seen those on other YouTube pages that were borderline fringe conspiracy, whatever you want to label it. Somehow, some way, they got that information from somebody that leaked it. And now it's been confirmed by the government because they posted the same damn thing.
I guess so. We do have somebody in the back. You want to bring them up, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, I can bring them.
All right, we got our good friend Jaron Carter checking in with us. Well, what's going on, Jaron? How you doing tonight? Jaron? Earth to Jaron. Jaron, we got you up here. We can't hear you.
He's listening to Von Holland.
He's over there jamming out to some Von Holland.
Hell yeah.
And Metallica. All right, Jaron, do we got you? Or maybe you need to exit out and try to come back in.
He's like, I'm there.
Yeah, we got you now. There's Jaron. All right, we got Jaron. What's going on, Jaron? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are y'all?
Hey.
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. What are you up to on this beautiful Friday night?
Actually, I was locked out my phone for the last 3 hours, so that was fun. But
you got an iPhone, don't you?
no, it's an Android. Actually, it's
wow.
just old. It's just old. The screen is starting to malfunction, so it didn't recognize my pattern, and it locked me out for like 3 hours. So I was listening to y'all on my tablet until just now.
Aha.
I'm glad
you came up.
So what do you think, Jaron? Have you looked into any of this, these UFO file releases or any of that, or is this the first time hearing of this? What say you on this topic?
So I haven't looked into any of it, in depth or anything, but it's not that I don't believe that we're probably, I wouldn't say invaded, but I do think there are other entities that are among us. I don't think it's so many that are, half the people you see every day are actually like aliens in disguise. I don't think it's anything like that. But I do think there are individuals that are not human that we see at some point. So
I agree with you. I had to go to Walmart earlier. And good Lord.
That's where they congregate at. It's like a hole in the ground behind Walmart, and they just pour out of the ground. But
nice.
But yeah, I don't. It's the timing of it is interesting. So is it something that they've known about for like eons and they've sat on it until they needed to distract us? Or is it, because I don't believe anything the government says anymore. They can say the sky is blue tomorrow and I'm going to start a campaign that is green. So it's I'm at that point with all of this, but I don't know. It's just the timing of this and I don't know if we can say Hantavirus right now. Can we?
I'm not sure. That's why I was kind of trying to tiptoe around it. Lord knows what they'll try to do
Hopefully
to us.
not.
The rat poo flu.
I like it. I like it.
Flu.
Yeah.
I don't think. It's just that and the whole. Okay, we're going to release the UFO files. The timing of it is just. It's crazy to me.
Smoke
I don't
and
know.
mirrors. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Smoke
It's
and
not that I
mirrors from our
don't believe some of it. It's just the timing is really off. So.
Well, what do you mean by the timing's off? I mean, I think they should have released this years ago.
Well, I do too. I'm just saying, I think it's because everybody's still upset about the Epstein stuff and everybody's still, talking about the Iran stuff and everything. And then they're just like, you know what? Aliens are real. And,
gas prices.
Yeah, that's not going to change. I mean, the Epstein stuff's never going away. And until inflation and our market stabilizes, the Iran stuff's never going away. So, I mean, they're just throwing three things at us to focus on. The other two aren't going away.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I don't know. I just think it's weird that all of this is coming out now, and if there's something they've known about.
You think it's a sleight of hand, like don't look at what the right hand's doing, kind of thing?
I do. I think it's one of those things where it can be 2 or 3 different things are true at once. Because it could be legit stuff that they're releasing, but it can also be they're releasing it right now for a sinister reason. So it's like this was something they had in their back pocket, and they're just like, all right, this is, things are getting dicey. Let's tell them aliens are around. So they'll start, run out buying toilet paper and crap. So,
I blame Obama. If Obama hadn't said jack shit back in February about any of this, this wouldn't even be happening. It's just because Obama said it. So Trump's got to run out there and, right? Well, I'm going to
what are you talking about?
Stuff. And then he declassifies it by putting black tape over everything. It's like,
what are you
this
talking
isn't
about?
anything I haven't seen, huh? When Obama came out in February?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, he finally came out
in February.
Finally.
Not Michael.
Good for him.
Not Mike. Not Michael Obama.
Oh no.
But yeah, he came out and said aliens exist, are real.
Are you serious?
Trump had a meltdown. Like, you can't
Trump
see that. That's
was beside
classified.
himself. He was like, he shouldn't have said.
Oh yeah, he almost crapped his depends over it. It was hilarious. And yeah, so I blame. I say this all the time. I blame Obama, but this time I mean it. I really mean it. He threw us under the bus with this. Yeah, because I was looking for something unique, like something I hadn't seen already, like on somebody's YouTube page or somebody's Facebook, and everything I saw looked pretty much what I've already seen on alien shows and everything else. So nothing jumped out at me that said this is anything new that they're showing us. I think it's just odd timing, and I don't believe in
do you not
coincidences
believe
like
that they're doing this to desensitize us for what's to come? Like, do you not think that this is a way to ease us into the really big stuff?
There is a possibility of that. We do have to look at the real possibility that maybe there is some bigger stuff. I mean, a lot of people, they're coming out and saying that what they're releasing now is just child's play compared to what they're preparing to tell us. And, you can look at that either way. That might be just us look, squirrel, more of that. Oh, you better wait. Here comes more. Or what if? I mean, there is the what if, and that's what's fun to think about. Like, what if all of a sudden they're about to tell us that, the Nephilim were real and that, they did come down here and create this human race and there's people living on the moon, monitoring us in space. Lord knows,
Even if it was true, it will never be told to the masses. Sorry.
I think it will, but in a different way to control. I mean, you look at the last 25 years, 9/11, 2020. I won't even say the word, but
Right?
it's control. I mean,
Yeah.
They're gonna let us know by just letting the shit loose. Is what they're gonna do.
Right.
Here you go. Have fun.
Ronald
yeah,
Reagan
and
talked
that's
about
how
it in
it's
the
gonna
80s.
be, right?
What did
About
Ronald
aliens.
Reagan
Let
say?
it loose and not tell us.
He said, "Well, what if there was aliens, that could bring us all together?" Did a whole speech.
Under a giant petri
That was a
dish, that's what
movie
we
he
are.
was in. I'm just
The fucking
That
Gipper,
was-
the Gipper over there, he's-
Was there
Now,
a
was this
monkey in that?
before or after he served as president with Alzheimer's? So,
What is it with American presidents and having Alzheimer's? What's going on?
He
with
didn't
that? Why
have
does
that
this
while
keep
he was in
happening?
office.
yeah, he did towards the end. It was, he was doing pretty
It's
bad.
the
which-
age. It's
Yeah.
just the age.
I mean,
Well,
I
they
do
don't
wish
let you
we
run for
Should
president until
open
what,
it up
40,
to
so-
younger people.
Yeah, what is the age? Is it
Wait a second.
37,
35,
30,
isn't it?
I think
35?
it's 35.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool to actually have like a young, like kind of.
You mean like John F. Kennedy?
Yeah, well,
We
right,
did.
but
Oh,
yeah.
like Kennedy? Oh, yeah. Let's
Yeah, we know what
right.
happened to him.
Right, that didn't work out well.
Yeah.
No, it
Get
did
a good
not.
one and then
Yeah, you're going to get a Pete
Horrible.
Buttigieg. You're going to screw us all.
Oh my God, that'll never happen. Pete
can be a
Buttigieg.
mayor, but
He would. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
We're going to get Karen Bass as our next president. We're all going to hate life.
They ought to put a cat like he.
If I survived
You can't-
Obama, I'll survive.
I don't
can't
know.
build up-
Think about
What is that?
AOC in office.
What
Yeah,
is that?
they've gotten
LW?
stupider.
I'm
I
saying you need to
survived
put
4 years of Trump, so
a cap
I'm surviving
on it.
4 more. So
No,
Say it, LW. Come on, you get it.
sorry, I'll
no, go ahead. You're doing good.
She said survive Trump. What?
Oh my God.
Right.
So what else
What,
you got for
LW,
us there?
what were you saying?
Yeah, say what you're gonna say, LW.
I
wanna
was
hear
going
it.
to say they need to put a cap. Like you can't be over 65 to run for president because you can't. I mean, you have these 75, 80-year-olds. They don't have to live with the shit that they did. You know what I mean? They ain't going to be here that much longer.
Well, I think it's funny because they say it's age discrimination to say that you're too old, but it's not age, but you have to be 35 to run. So it's kind of a double standard there because if they're going to say it's discrimination to be, to say you can't run for president because you're too old, but yet if you're 34, you can't run for president because you're too young.
Yeah, but
So I think they
men
need to make up their
are-
mind.
Come on, they don't mature until. I mean, that just makes sense. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, we don't want to end up with PewDiePie as our president. Yeah, you know what I mean, or something. You get some
know.
stupid TikTok star or something that
Right.
gets
So
everybody to
it-
vote for him.
It makes sense.
Oh my God, Cardi B is now our president.
Oh no.
Right? I mean, seriously, think about it. If you did allow younger,
national anthem.
with social media and all we'd be really screwed.
Jaron, did you just say she would make WAP the national anthem?
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. We'd all be forced to.
Oh my God, kill yeah, that's just no.
That's funny.
So Jaron, what else you got for us, brother?
I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I'm sure somebody else wants to come up, but it's another YouTuber that I watch, and he goes over different stories from like military personnel and everything that see weird things that they can't explain. And it was a story about Operation High Jump, and Antarctica and everything. And basically, what that story entails is that the saucers that we see are not. It's not that aliens aren't from different planets, but the saucers we see are actually crafts that are made in Antarctica, and it's a different race of people, and they like survey the planet every now and then just to make sure that we don't bother Antarctica, and they don't like that we do nuclear stuff and everything, and that's why you can't, regular people can't go to the interior of Antarctica. It's not because it's too cold, it's because there's a whole civilization that doesn't want to be bothered there. So that's a rabbit hole I went down. So
That's interesting.
that kind of plays into the alien thing, and I mean, when you think about it, it can make sense because the one thing that every country agrees on is to not bother the interior of Antarctica. That's the one thing everybody agrees on. So
yeah, that is fishy. Do you believe in the ice
makes you
wall?
wonder. I don't know if I'm on the fence about that. I'm on the fence about that. I can see it either way, honestly, but I do think there's something. I think there's
Now,
a
are
lot
you,
that we don't know.
Do you don't like you're not into flat Earth?
No,
Or are
no.
you?
I've
Okay.
I mean, no.
He's like, well, no, but I
believe the Earth
mean,
is
you know.
round. I just no. The flat Earth thing never made sense to me because I said you can look in the sky and see everything else is round, and the Earth is a frisbee flying through space. We're just a pancake, just a flapjack, just hurtling through space. Everything else is round. But
Right, exactly.
That's kind of where I go with that.
Well, I have to I lived in Alaska, and I'm telling you, I think people don't go to Antarctica because it's too fucking cold. Like, you wouldn't be like
I mean,
people
I
can't
agree
function.
that it's just,
You're talking negative 50.
well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just in
when they did
Alaska.
Yeah. When they did the serum run in 1925, they said the temperature dipped down to negative 65, I believe, in Alaska at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, not that you can't survive it, you just wouldn't want
But
to.
people aren't good. Right. No one wants to deal with Who wants to deal with that?
Yeah.
No one wants to.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they said the dogs were there. Their lungs were bursting during the serum run because it was so cold that the dogs couldn't even, survive that.
Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. So
horrible.
That's another. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree that it's too cold.
Yeah. So people are
it's
like,
weird.
hell no. Hell no.
It's just weird that all the leaders of all the countries since World War II have agreed. This is the one thing that everybody's unanimous on. Yeah, we're not going to mess with Antarctica.
You know, we know the Nazis were there like way before anybody, out there hanging out doing stuff.
Well, that's a part of what that theory was, because they said the symbol that we know, that the swastika has existed before, Germany. So they said, what if, because we knew that they had been to Antarctica before us, that we went down there looking for, German refugees of the war, and we saw the swastika and we just started bombing them thinking it was the Germans, and it was actually this other civilization that used that symbol before them, and they didn't.
I've seen those on Hindu temples, like 2,000-year-old Hindu, or not 2,000 but probably I don't know, 14, 15, 1,600-year-old Hindu, Buddhist temples. You can go to Bali and you can go along and look at, some of these old temples and some of these old things that are built. Those damn things are all over them. You'll see that everywhere. That's a very old symbol that, means different things in different cultures, but does mean, they just chose to use it as theirs and unfortunately ruined it, because I think it's actually a pretty positive thing.
And it can never be used again for any intended, purposes, So it's...
No, it's like, what were those cars? What was that? Crit, K-R-I-T, Crit motor cars. You ever look those up? American-made cars, Crit motor cars. And that was the hood emblem, and the symbol on the front of it was that on a Crit, K-R-I-T, Crit motor cars. American-made. They were made in, I want to say the 20s to 30s, right through there. And they still exist. People have them and be like, wow, it'd be kind of cool to own one, but, I don't know I'd want to drive it around a whole lot.
Right. Because people that don't know the history are going to be like, throwing Molotov cocktails.
Right, exactly.
So it's,
get a Blues Brothers
drive
after you.
through Portland or LA or something, you won't, you'll have an epitaph in the middle of the street. But
right. It would be funny to drive it and just be like so innocent about it and be like, what are you talking about?
La 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 la.
It's my whole Crit motor car.
Hi,
you're hanging out in Portland driving through, Oh my God. That would be...
It's like, how y'all doing? You got a swastika on your car.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't know. I just think all of this is interesting timing. So that's just my 2 cents. I could be wrong, what's the thing you say, fool? You said you were wrong once, and it was like a Tuesday 3 years ago or something. So
Right, exactly.
Same with
Exactly.
me. I've been wrong before, but it was like once when I was 4. So
Oh,
this
God.
is the second time I'm wrong.
Jaron,
Huh?
don't be a TF.
Yeah, it wasn't 3 years ago, Jaron. It was actually last year, and it was a Wednesday. And it was a Wednesday, sir. But yeah, definitely.
I was wrong. This is my second time.
I know. So you just messed up, man. Yeah. So yeah.
See why you don't want to be like him.
All right, Jaron, my friend, you got anything else for us?
No, that's it. I mean, I have some stuff I'm probably going to send you. I have some YouTubers that y'all probably would like to bring on for the show, whenever you can.
yeah.
But other than
Hey,
that,
definitely, man. You know how to get in touch with all of us. You got a direct line to us, Jaron. So you just hit me up anytime, my friend.
have you ever seen the Wartime Stories channel? That's the one I
Yes.
was referring to.
Yes,
That
I've got that on my YouTube account that I watch in the living room.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I go to sleep. Something like peaceful about going to sleep to World War II videos that I've always found. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I get nightmares. So I turn Barney or something on, and then that gives me
Right.
nightmares. So.
I watch in the heat of the night, but whatever.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's either World War II videos or World War II videos or reruns of Silk Stockings for me. But yeah,
Silk
definitely.
Stockings.
That's
Somebody used to watch the USA Network late at night.
Right. USA. Remember when Gilbert Godfrey would do the USA Up All Night? He would be like, and I'm Gilbert Godfrey with USA Up All Night.
Gosh, you're right. Oh my gosh, dude.
He's not telling you that he's got a set of earpods in that, playing Eagles and Air Supply over and over on repeat.
That's true.
Air Supply has good Christmas music. I do look forward to like the Walking in the Winter Wonderland song when they put the Christmas music on in November. But yeah.
That is hilarious.
All right, Jared. Thanks for checking in.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep y'all on.
No, you're
it's all
awesome.
good. Shoot me over that info you got for me there, brother.
I will. All right.
All right, love you, Jared.
All right,
Thanks
love
for
y'all.
coming up, Jaron.
All right.
Good night.
See you later, my friend. Good to see you as
y'all.
always. All right, there we go. Here, Jaron Carter coming in there. I love
That's what's
Jaron.
up.
He's such a good guy. We do got Chill Peen coming in here with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much, Chill Peen. Much appreciated, my friend. We appreciate your support over here. Thanks for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate everybody being here. This has been a lot of fun. But thank you so much, Chill Peen. I love the name, or it's Chili Peen, I guess, really. But sorry, it's hard for me to read. I got a glare. But Chili Peen. Thank you very much. I wonder if Chili Peen puts beans in his chili.
Oh, I hope so. It's the only way to make
you
chili.
gotta have.
I hope so.
Hello,
Yeah,
and broccoli.
That's not called chili.
Here we go again. Somehow we always end up
And
talking
olives.
about whether or not we landed on the moon and whether or not beans should be in chili. And I think well, one
That's
yes,
why they
one no.
invaded. Is because she's putting broccoli in her chili. So
That's what's up.
bring
Oh, yeah,
on
all the
aliens.
veggies.
Bring on.
Can we all unite against that at least?
No. Yeah, I'm in on that one too.
All the veggies.
What's going on, Johnny Yarborough? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well, Johnny. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Oh yeah, this I actually saw something. They were having a argument on X about beans and chili, and I had to tag LW in it. And I was like, on Twitter there or on X, and I was like, yeah, here you go, LW, get in on this one.
Well, we got to have beans in the chili because you got to be able to digest it. It's got to go through your pipes, and you need some pressure. So you got to get all that bean pressure to work for you.
Multi says that's called soup.
I know,
KJ.
I love that. No, I do make another soup that's a little different, but no, this is totally chili. It's thick.
It can't be chili with broccoli.
Yeah, I promise. It's good, y'all.
You
Y'all need to get all your
wait.
your
You actually put
rubbish.
broccoli. You really do that? You put broccoli.
Of
in
course.
freaking
What do you
chili?
think? I'm
Your
making
poor
it up?
child's gonna get out in the real world and he's gonna be like,
No,
what the
he-
hell?
he's
Where's
so-
my broccoli?
He eats like charcuterie boards. Like that kid does not eat anything mixed. I don't know. He's in a thing right now. But no, black olives, broccoli, celery. Yeah. And you
Keep
could-
going.
oh,
keep
man.
going.
Black olives?
Hold on.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
going. What else you put in
Mhm.
there?
Mushrooms.
Okay. What else?
I mean,
The
really, I
hell are
kind of
you
look at my
talking
fridge.
about?
It's like, what am
Do you
I? What do
actually
I
put any
can I get
chilies in there?
They never have that as the ingredient, Baker.
Well, I
I
put lots of
know.
tomatoes, obviously, and your meat, and the beans.
Okay,
and
okay,
the chili.
wait. Okay, I'm full stop here. Full stop. We just have to stop. So you put potatoes, broccoli,
No, I don't
black
put potatoes
olive.
in it.
Listen,
I didn't
I
say
can't be
potatoes.
associated with this conversation.
Mushrooms. I agree with Rita.
It depends.
Here.
I clear out if I need
listen,
to kill
Rita
some
says I
veggies.
used to like KJ.
Right. She's okay. Let's just put
But
it
I
this
don't
way.
eat regular
KJ
chili.
is
I don't
not
like
allowed
this
to bring the chili
No.
to
man.
the,
I don't eat just
to
meat,
the
like-
cookout.
And I use turkey meat, but whatever.
KJ's
I'll
not
eat ground
invited to
meat
the
sometimes.
cookout anymore. Jaron told me not to invite KJ to the cookout.
That's a stew.
So what you're describing?
No, there's a
is-
difference.
So what you're describing is vegetable and beef soup, is what you're describing.
No,
Yeah.
that's a soup. This is a chili.
Last time I ate
Yes, it's
KJ's
thick.
chili.
It's a
Last time I ate KJ's chili, I had a cat collar in my spoon. So,
It's a stew.
No, I make stew as well. Anyway, whatever. Next up.
KJ says
That's
I
all
make
right.
stew.
I
KJ
don't
says
like
I
just
make stew
meat.
as well. All I put in my stew is chili peppers, beans, and meat, and tomatoes.
That's like saying. That's like
It is
saying-
chili. It's just veggies. If you love veggies, I love veggies.
That's like saying my favorite hamburger is just eating a hot dog. That's the same. Whatever you describe is the same thing as that.
No, it's unreal. No, honestly, my husband feels the same, but and he because he loves vegetables. Too.
Oh, I would pick it every time you did that. I'd be
KJ's
outside,
husband,
man. Fucking holding
KJ's
up sign.
husband is like 5'10" and 64 pounds. So if that tells you anything about her cooking,
Oh no.
Whatever, dude. It's delicious.
Poor guy.
I know he's starving to death over there. He
Yeah.
looks like one of those Ethiopians. He's got like the flies flying around his face like that. You know, every now and then I send like
This is- you know
I
what?
send like
Oh,
72
that's
cents a
funny.
month. You know, over there for only 72 months. You know, in the yard.
And now we know why her kid says, "Don't mix my food, please."
Oh yeah, no kidding. We
That's
get it now.
funny.
It's like, yeah, no.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Like freaking torture. Oh my God! I'd rather be waterboarded than eat at your house.
Oh, well, that's okay. I love
Yeah,
it.
you know, note to self: if we do ever have an Abnormal like conference meetup,
I'm gonna
yeah, you're
no.
not
I'm
al-
making.
you are
I won't
not
make
allowed.
the chili, but I'm bringing my chili
You're gonna eat it by yourself.
because I don't eat regular chili. I don't eat it. I don't want just meat. Like gross.
Just bring your vegetables. You can throw it in. Whoever actually brings normal chili.
like I don't eat
Good
chili
idea,
hot
actually.
dogs. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. It's not my thing.
Well, you don't go to the gas
I don't eat
station and
meat
get
on
a
my
hot
pizza
dog.
either.
And, do you ever go to the gas station and get a hot dog and they get that big like hot pot full of like that chili, and you take
Hell
that
no.
ladle, and you
Dude.
dip it down in the gas station thing and you put it on top of that hot dog.
Gross.
That's the greatest thing ever.
No,
She just
that's
said,
shit your pants type of
she
food.
just
Yeah,
said-
that's diarrhea.
She
Yeah.
just said basically, I don't like chilies in my chili.
No, I
That's
like
what I heard
chilies in
too.
my chili.
I
Jeez.
Matt
don't like
Dummett would-
Hantavirus in my chili, so I don't want to do that whole thing.
Never get chili at a gas station.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. Mm-mm.
Gas
That's
station
doo-doo
chili.
central.
You know, any canned chili really is. You know, you think like
Oh.
you go to. You ever see the chili? I have. Who makes it? Campbell's or one of those people? It's like
Nowlies
chili. It's
or-
like chili with noodles in it or something. And
Oh.
I tried it one time. It was like one time I saw. Okay, so I love pizza. I'm a huge pizza connoisseur. And all different pizzas are different. I love pizza. It's my favorite food. One time I saw, and I guess they discontinued it. I don't really know why. But I went to the store and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it and there was a pizza soup. So I was like, well, I have to try this. I have to see what pizza soup actually tastes like. It was the most horrible thing that I've ever eaten in my life, pizza soup. I don't imagine why, like I thought it was going to be good. But it was pizza soup, and it was the most horrible thing that I have ever eaten in my life. And I had such horrible heartburn after eating it. So don't ever try pizza soup. What's up?
No.
Hey, Heather.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, well, they discontinued it.
Oh, well.
I don't think it lasted very long.
You don't ever eat Chicago pizza either. They're terrible. It's just bread.
Yeah, too much bread.
Oh,
No,
I would
like
love it.
Thin.
That's horrifyingly
thin
bad.
crust.
No, I like thick crust. I don't like thin crust. I'm like,
Oh, it's not thick crust. It's just thick.
It's
Yeah.
basically
All the way through.
lasagna almost. It's basically lasagna almost.
Right. Yeah, I like thin
That's not
crust.
true Chicago pizza. Chicago pizza is tavern style.
Exactly. You know, people in Chicago make fun of it because they don't eat that.
what's tavern style?
That
Yeah,
deep
why
dish.
don't explain? Hello?
Tavern style pizza here. I'll just pull one up. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like a thin crust. It's pretty good.
Ew.
Yeah, I like thin crust.
Ew.
I like it. I like the grease on top of my pizza to be thicker
Ugh.
than the crust.
No, I
No.
like thick crust.
I don't like meat on.
And I want light on the sauce. And then I want you to just douse it in meat and onions and green peppers.
Did you say white sauce?
No. Fuck no. I said light on the sauce.
Oh, okay.
No.
Thank God.
Gigi and
No.
KJ are like the two whitest women to ever exist.
What are you talking about?
Yes. Why, yes,
the two whitest women.
I mean, I
ever
really
existed.
am. I'm like pink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
it's
just damn near translucent.
bad. Yeah.
I know. Even you guys even make tombstones look like she's got a tan.
You know,
Hey, that's tavern style pizza right there.
No, that's
No,
from the
that's
freezer. I had pizza like that earlier today. That's freezer pizza.
Yeah.
Fucking.
That's not. Yeah. That's. What do you mean?
That's
tavern?
DiGiorno's.
I don't
Or
know.
whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
So I'm close.
Anybody listening from Chicago, I don't associate myself with these people.
All right, so let's listen to Let's see what Tombstone says. She's from
Yeah.
Chicago or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Let's hear
No,
it.
I'm not from there.
Oh.
My brother lives there, married an Italian girl that's grown up there her whole life with Italian parents. And I've had their pizza, and it looks a hell of a lot better than that. And other places I've had pizza in Chicago, like real Chicago pizza, which is what I consider the Italian pizza. It's hand tossed, but that looks like something you'd pull out of your freezer, like old
Yeah,
man's.
it is.
That's freezer pizza.
No. Yeah.
That's not what. That is
Hey,
not.
well, I'm just pulling
Chicago
up like
pizza.
whatever pictures Google says. Hey, here's
Yeah,
but that's
Google.
exactly what the tavern styles look like. They're not deep dish,
Yeah.
like looking like a pie. They're
I
thinner crust,
love
but they're
the
not
pizza.
super
No,
thin.
I like the New York style. Huge.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a place called Non Amelia's here, and it's deep dish pizza, and then they cut it in squares. Oh my god, it's so good.
I do
the
love
best shit
pizza.
ever.
Damn, I'm hungry.
I know. It made me
I don't know,
starve
that
it.
pizza
like
joint,
so late.
that
I
pizza
can't
joint
eat this
that
late.
Fools had me try over when I was at his place. That was legit.
Yeah, that's good pizza.
That's
Um,
damn
Oh
good pizza.
yeah, that was
So I
good.
I have to ask Tombs, do you ever eat Tombstone pizza?
Yes, I survived college on Tombstone. Hence the reason
Nice.
I'm it's not because I hang out in cemeteries. It's because I pretty much funded the whole company that makes Tombstone pizza.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
So I have a
ate
friend of
lot
mine. We always refer to him as Dirty Dave. So what he used to do, and I guess he probably finally grew up, I guess, but I'm not sure. But he used to go and he would buy Totino's pizzas. Now those
Dude, I
things are
used
like
to
the weirdest.
freaking love
like-
those, dude.
Well, now what he would do is he would take them and he would put them in and crush them, like cram them into a microwave and then heat them up in the microwave. Then he would take ranch dressing and put a huge bead of ranch dressing down the middle of them, and then roll them up like a burrito and walk around and eat
stop.
them. It was the
my
most
God.
disgusting thing I ever saw in my life.
Done it. I've done
Oh,
it.
you got a prison burrito. That's what you got.
What's so gross about that is those Totino's pizzas on the back in all bold letters. It says "Do not microwave." So, that's
Dude,
disgusting.
right. If you bake those, they're so good. But I've recently figured out, which we don't eat. I've rarely eaten them since I was a kid. But the ingredients in them, they're the worst, dude. Don't eat them. Don't eat them.
No,
dude.
those things, anything full of preservatives, like people wonder why like Americans are so out of shape and so bad off. I mean, all the food they're giving you, it's so packed full of preservatives. It's so packed. Like, don't eat fast food. Don't eat fast food. Don't, everybody is guilty of eating a frozen pizza every now and then. Boxed food is like the worst thing in the world
But not
for
boxed
you.
wine.
Not boxed wine. No, boxed wine is very healthy.
It's healthy.
It's not food. That's a category on the pyramid.
Love it.
Isn't
Box
that the
wine's
same
healthy
stuff?
for you.
Isn't box wine's got one of those like plastic liners in it? Isn't it like a catheter bag or something full of wine?
And then when it gets too low,
We're not talking about microplastics
it
right
doesn't
now.
work.
We're just okay.
Yeah. When my Nana's vino got too low, I would just grind into the plastic.
Yeah, this is when the ladies they start tearing the box apart and they're out there like squeezing the bag, like wringing it out like a dirty sock. They're
I do. I'm getting my $20 out of that damn box. But yeah, I'll take the scissors and cut that bladder and then just like roll it.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Oh, that's
'Cause
terrible.
I'm like, I forgot to go to the store to get more, and I'm like, I'm gonna make this damn box last all night. Yeah. I'm not
All
proud.
night,
Well,
damn.
Actually, yeah, no, I am proud of it. I don't care.
Much rather have Boone's Farms. So
Hey.
fuzzy navel.
Hey. Strawberry.
Oh,
Strawberry wine.
That and Mad Dog. Ooh.
Oh no. Orange Jubilee.
Mad Dog is the best thing because when you take a sip, you say it backwards.
I like Sex on the Beach
What?
for wine coolers.
When you take a sip of Mad Dog, you say it
the
backwards.
Seagrams?
Say Mad Dog
little-
backwards, KJ.
No.
Tombstone, say Mad Dog backwards.
Oh
No,
no.
I refuse to.
You're like, God damn. Every time you take a sip, it's so horrible.
Yeah.
It makes you say it backwards. That's the best. We've got, I think a lot of people like, see, you got Yanni in here. What's up, Yanni? Yanni's saying, yep, box wine is a must. We've got, Aaron is kneading pizza dough right now. I'm assuming you're kneading it, not actually kneading it.
Yeah.
I'm kneading.
Now I want
Right. I
Totino's.
need.
I know, right? They're so
I got all the
different.
stuff I just need.
Right. Rita says, I'm drinking
She's
box
shaking it.
wine right now. Yeah,
Hey,
pretty
you
sure
could be
everybody likes
twins with Tombstone.
it. Yeah, exactly.
We could eat Tombstone pizzas and drink some box wine.
Exactly. What's up, Beer and Backroads was a person. Good to see you, my friend, as well.
Wow.
So I think this was a pretty fun show tonight. I had a good time. That was interesting at the beginning, talking about that. What's up, Buck Forrest? Good to see you. Anybody got any last minute takeaways or interesting things you want to throw out before we start wrapping this great show up?
Nope.
Look, the crickets there. Everybody's like, everybody
trying to
had
hear
so
an
much to
answer.
say a moment ago.
But I was yawning
It's like
and I
I was
didn't want
frozen
to.
in thought for a minute. I apologize.
I was
Stay
reading
away
Bartles
from
and
the
James.
crickets.
You got a big brain,
Remember
Jack.
the Seagrams, the little Southern Comfort Seagram ones? Not Seagrams. It was Jack Daniels, actually. Yeah, those little.
Are you talking about
those
Southern
little
Comfort
bottles.
or are you talking about Jack Daniels or
No,
are you
they
talking
were.
about Seagram?
It was like a little wine cooler-ish kind of thing. And
Sutter
they-
Homes.
Seagram 7. Are you talking about like the
No.
little wine cooler
No,
bottles? Seagram 7?
Bartles.
No.
That-
And I don't think it was Seagram's. Just a minute.
Southern Comfort, I think. Is that the company? That's the company, correct? I don't drink a lot of whiskey, so I don't. Or
know.
bourbon.
Well, Southern
yeah, I
Comfort is
thought-
like that nasty like
And
whiskey
it
with
looked like a little. It looked like a little Southern Comfort bottle, but it was mixed
Well,
with
Boone's
like
Farm was
like a
good.
Boonesy farmy kind of like a like a wine cooler, but it was with the Southern Comfort instead.
He says Zima.
sounds disgusting.
It did, and it had like a little
remember
black
Zima.
label on it. But oh god, I loved Zima.
Did you
drop a
put
watermelon.
what flavor flavor
Yeah.
Jolly Rancher did you put in your Zima? Watermelon?
I will. Yeah, watermelon was, or green apple.
You don't mean Mike's Hard Lemonade, though, right?
I used to love
Oh, I
those.
love
the
that, too.
raspberry.
That doesn't.
Fucking heartburn is what that is.
And
So
then
high in
woodchuck-
sugar. Yeah, I
Yeah, they
couldn't
are.
if I wanted to.
Heartburn.
With this
I like
food.
that. Smirnoff Ice is good. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
See, Big Dog Moss says, anyone remember Miller pony bottles?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, those were made for throwing at road signs.
Right?
That was like whiz banging. You're like, let's go get 2 cases of
TF
ponies.
thought everything was made for throwing at roadside. Anything that was in
That's
the
funny.
car was made for throwing at roadside.
Whiz banging. That was like the ultimate talent back in the day. You know, you'd have that, you just, bam, you drive down the road,
Oh, yeah.
bam. But, you know,
Okay.
that was legal back then.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
It was.
right.
Sure.
It was a pastime. We were allowed.
Oh my god. It's like having your buddies in the back of the truck on a dirt road. It's always fun.
Oh, God.
That's right.
That was so much fun. I'm shocked any of. Well, I don't know. There's a couple cousins I don't see anymore since we were kids. Maybe
And back then, you could drive without a license if it meant y'all made
Maybe
it home alive.
Hey, I got to drive as long as it was towing something. My stepdad would put me in the truck and make me. I would drive the truck down the road like at 9-10 years old because I had long legs so I could reach, and he'd make me pull that hay wagon up to the down the road, and it was legal because it was farm use or whatever, something like that. Yeah, but I don't think it was. Maybe it wasn't quite legal though for a 9-10-year-old to be doing it. But
Listen, we all, I don't know about how,
Might have been
I know I grew up and you'd be riding along and you'd be like in this old station wagon with like a metal dash and your teeth would basically be biting it. Either that or they'd be like, you have to sit in the back and you're facing out, hanging out the back window and you're facing backwards, breathing the like exhaust coming back in through the window at every stoplight. And you're hanging out in the back seat of a freaking station wagon facing backwards, you know, flipping off and doing all this stuff to the people behind you getting yelled at, you know. It's very different nowadays. Now they actually have, what do they make kids sit in those car seats until they are like
like 4.
14 now or something?
Oh, no. It's like,
No,
like
yeah,
21, I think.
boosters. They have to be in boosters till they're a certain weight. I mean, I know my niece
That's what
was
I'm saying,
in one
it's a
till like
car
she was like
seat.
8.
my grandma was
It's like
pissed.
70 pounds or something. I know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, part
Well,
of
you
it
had to
is
be
the
a
way,
certain height.
Yeah, it's certain height and certain weight,
Yes,
and that's what it really is. It's about how high you sit up.
What if you're a fidget? Then what do? You
Well,
have to sit in that
that's-
thing the rest of your life or what?
yeah, technically.
Fucking
You
midgets.
haven't watched the little people shows like the
I
the people
love-
that suffer
yes,
from
I
the
used to
horrible
love-
Creeps me out,
extreme.
man.
Oh my god, they
That
all have to be in
little
car
girl, she was-
seats.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't a little girl. She was like 30 years old, but she looked like a little baby doll. And she,
Oh my god.
And
that's
she
how
has to sit in a
rode
car
around.
seat? I mean, she's like 40
Well,
years
this-
old and has to sit in a car
I
seat?
think she only weighed like
Not in a
Well,
car
yes.
seat, a
The
booster.
little
That's a
people
car
yeah,
here.
like the
It's like sitting on the
toddlers.
telephone
Yeah.
books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. You just grab that thing
Come
from
on.
McDonald's, you know, you steal that and put them
Yeah.
in it, pop a couple yellow
booster.
pages on there, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little
my
people
God.
here, they use like boosters and then they have pedal extenders.
Yeah, it's pedal extenders.
God.
That's so terrible.
Look, we all know. We're like, We
I don't watch those shows.
we watch TLC. We got it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
The guy dates in a
Hey,
booster seat.
fiance?
That's
Oh my
terrible.
God, don't get me started.
That is fun with that. All right, so we're going to wrap this thing up. You never know when we'll go back live and, burn a show down. So make sure everybody does turn their notifications on. Let's see, KJ, what do you got coming up this week? What do you got for us? You going to be, showing off any of these fancy tours you've been on and stuff like that? Or you going on vacation again?
No.
Or what you got going?
I actually got a new, very cool mic, and I'm hoping to start recording some stuff. But no, the shows I've did actually, like the one that was in 6 a.m. No, we didn't. We just took photos, so no video of
Oh,
that.
yeah, how did that go? You had to sing the national anthem at,
at
like
a
the Bass Pro Shop
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. At 6
but
a.m. Wow.
It was so early. So yeah. So luckily I got to bed early, which is very hard for me to do. But yeah, it worked out. I woke up at 4 and started like exercising my voice and like, because I was like, that's early. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
6
We'll see.
So, do they do that every morning for the fish? I mean, who's awake at 6
No,
o'clock in the morning?
this was a tournament,
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
it was like, so it was a special thing. Someone, but
Letters, you
anyway,
wouldn't understand when guys wake up to go fishing.
They-
you
yeah.
can tell a guy they got to be up and to do a whole lot of things, and they'll bitch about it and everything like that, and they'll be late getting up and they'll do everything. But you tell a guy, him and his buddies are going out fishing, and they got to be there at 5:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to be ready to go so
Oh,
they can
I
beat
know.
the SI. Oh yeah, we're early for that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
yeah, it was really cool. But anyway, that's what's going on. So I'm hoping to start using that new mic and we'll
So
see. We'll see.
So
But
you'll be in well, I think somewhere in the South next
Yeah.
week, and you won't be here on the show next Friday night.
Correct.
But will you be back the week after? Correct?
yes, I'll be back the week after. And yeah, so
Because I get nothing but complaint emails when you're not here. So my email box just gets flooded with people going, "Where the hell is KJ?" And
I'm sure.
I'm tired of having to reply to these people. So
right. Yeah, it'll be actually the nephew that I raised him for like 14, 15 years is graduating. So I'm super excited. So yay. Yeah.
it must be nice to have big family and stuff like that, and cousins that actually like you and things like that. I always hoped I would have that in my life.
Yeah,
But,
it's
so
aight.
shout out KJ. I know Nightbot has been dropping her link right there. Maybe somebody could drop that in the chat if they have it. I know Nightbot's dropping it. So make sure you sub up KJ. She's got a new and upcoming channel. Go over there and check her out. Let's see. Tombstones. What the hell you got going? You going live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm.
Well, tell everybody about you. You go ahead, end this thing out.
I sure hope nobody is sick again this week in my house. If everything is fine tomorrow, I'm supposed to go check out a haunted cemetery that I've been trying to get to, I think, for over a week now. So we'll see. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the state of Michigan, which was also said about the last cemetery I went to, and I got touched a couple times, and I was
Yeah,
the only one there.
touched?
So somebody was kind of pushing me along, not to kind of dilly-dally at the cemetery. And each time I felt the pressure, the hand on my back, my phone shut itself.
If you say that
shut
slower,
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
The camera shut off and the phone shut off. And I had to reboot it.
Wow, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I still stayed. I stayed for 3 phone shut-offs, but
Were you staying for more touching, or what were you staying for?
it didn't feel creepy at
Ah.
all. Like, it felt just kind of like I would, like if you're going through like a museum, you're going to move along, right? And that's kind of how I felt. Like if I stayed too long taking photos or something, kind of felt like somebody was just like, I don't know. It was very strange. It did not feel evil or mean or anything. I didn't get any of that vibe off of the place. It actually felt peaceful, like a cemetery.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing.
Uh-oh.
I'm laughing at this comment that KJ is touched for making that chili.
That's so stupid.
I just thought, I'm like, oh God.
oh, see, Gene explains that cat balls got stolen.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah,
I
God.
almost
that explains
forgot.
a lot.
I brought a cat ball, like the little ones that if the cat touches, it lights up, and when they're touching it, it lights up. Well, I brought one. I don't do a paranormal investigation, but I thought, well, I'm going to sit it on a tombstone, a headstone, to see if anybody touches it or whatever, right? And I've shoved it all the way down in my pocket, and then like in the video, you'll hear me say, where the hell did my cat ball go? Like, it's not in my pocket. And I had on like joggers, like tight-legged joggers. So it should not have come up out of my pants, but it did.
I've said
and
that
then,
before too.
Yeah.
I never knew cat balls lit up, but
Damn. So my balls descended out of my, or ascended, maybe ascended, yeah, ascended out of my pocket. And yeah, I found it after I came all the way back around. I looked down at the ground and it's just laying there on the ground. And I hadn't walked over there when I first got there, so.
Yeah, that's pretty
it was
crazy.
weird.
That's pretty crazy. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, what they can do, and you are almost okay. So Tombstones is almost a 2.5. She's way past her watch hours. She is only like 50 or something subscribers away from being monetized. Y'all got to go over there. Come on, Tombstones.
Nice.
You do your pitch. Come on. I don't want to do it for you.
Oh, I don't have a pitch. Just come over and hang out. Yeah, have a live chat. I walk around cemeteries. I like other people to come and hang out with me, and it's always a fun time. It's not all about dead, creepy stuff. We have fun.
She's got a great channel. So yeah, if you're not over there subbed up to Tombstones, look, Nightbot just dropped her link just now. Thank you, Nightbot, for all the hard work you do. Nightbot just dropped it right there. Click this link and subscribe to Tombstones. She's almost to 500. Let's get her there.
That's awesome.
Are we still live?
Are we back to this again? What the hell's going on?
we're back
What's
to
going
this
on?
again. Are we doing a live
Are we
tonight?
still here?
Oh, no. Okay, so you know what
I had
just
no
happened?
idea.
Okay, this is
happened?
hilarious. You know what just happened? I clicked on the no, this is really funny. Y'all laugh at me for this. So I clicked on the I tried to highlight this comment right here, Tombstone's thing where I was saying go check her out. And I clicked the YouTube to highlight it instead. Well, I have YouTube muted over here and on pause just so I can see the live chat on YouTube if I need to do anything moderation wise. And when I clicked it, it put it back and y'all started talking about Bill Gates because it was so long ago. And I was like, what the hell? Y'all are all of a sudden talking about Bill Gates again. And I was here to do it. I thought y'all were talking. I was like, we're pimping out down Tombstone's channel here. What the hell's going on? Like, why are y'all mixing it up and talking about Bill Gates now? This is ridiculous. So, yeah, I was like waiting to interrupt y'all. And I'm like, realize there's no sound going. Like, okay. So, yeah, check out
I was
Nightbot
wondering
just
what
dropped
was
Tombstone's
going on.
link.
I'm like,
Go over
Jeff
there and
hides
sub
his
her.
own Easter eggs too. Don't worry.
I do hide my own Easter eggs as well. Look at that. We got people subbing up right here. Do me a favor. If you do sub up to Tombstones or sub up to anybody, please make sure you go in there and watch a short, leave a comment, do something like that so the subscription actually sticks because otherwise YouTube doesn't count it. Sub up Tombstones. Great channel. Nathan, what do you got coming up? I know you've got like UFOs bouncing off the ground. You're building, anti-gravity machines. What do you got coming up for us this week that is going to shock the world?
So
Testicles.
I guess big testicles coming. I actually got 1.5 pounds off the scale, which beat everybody in the science department over there at NASA on how much weight loss you can get on the scale from a gravity flyer or anti-gravity craft. I'm looking for 3 pounds, which means if I get that, then I'm 1 pound away from the total weight of the craft, and it should be anti-gravitational at that point. So I'm looking to get out another video this week if I can get it all done. And then pretty soon I'll have something that flies, and it's going to beat NASA. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Nice.
yeah. What's going on?
Oh, he's muted
Here
again.
comes the man in black, Galaxy Defender.
Dude, it's creepy when they follow you.
Yeah.
They got vans and stuff. It's not fun.
I mean, the
No.
worst thing I ever had was like some creepy dude follow me around the grocery store for like an hour, but I think he might have been security.
Right.
He's like, she's gonna steal something.
Now, Nathan, when
I was
you
like, who's
when you
this?
finish doing those, can you do one of those experiments on here one night and show us this anti-gravity machine?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got to finish all of it first because I got to get it ready for Tesla Tech. I'll be there in a few months. I think it's 3 months out right now, and then I'll be presenting on that there as well.
I might want to go to that to be honest. So make sure you keep me posted. I want to go check that out. That sounds like a pretty fun event. So you told everybody how to find you, Old Man Builds, every platform in the world, right?
Yeah, just type in the Old Man that builds. You'll find my face. You'll see my little purple symbol.
Yeah, definitely. His face looks just like this. So yeah, just look for this guy right here. Type in Old Man Builds and look for that guy. You will find him, and that will come straight up to you. Thanks, Tombstones, for that clip that you grabbed right there. Gutters Pub. When do we see a return of you on the fascinating YouTube streets?
Probably Tuesday.
All right.
I do go on vacation pretty soon, so just be aware. I mean, we'll
are you taking Ground Zero? That's the new name, right?
Ground Zero. Yes.
Isn't that the new name of your camper, Ground Zero, right?
Yes, Ground Zero. Maybe that's what I should name it.
That would be hilarious, too.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh my God, do it.
I'm definitely getting you that bumper sticker that we break for Uranus, you know, or whatever it is from Spaceball. I'm definitely getting you that and sending it to you for your birthday. When is your birthday? When is your 39th birthday? It's coming up,
September.
right? September.
Hell
okay.
yeah.
Can we have the last 4 digits of your social security number?
Oh my God.
Okay, damn it.
555.
Can't get that.
Right.
Okay. So check out Gutters Pub. Type in Gutters Pub into YouTube. You will definitely find her there. We hang out over there a lot of times on Tuesday nights, and she does great Friday coffee clubs sometimes. That's a lot of fun too. Go over there and check out Gutters Pub. LW, you ever coming back on live, or what are you doing?
Might, if everybody just hits the notification on my channel. You know, you never know. Might do something tomorrow night. Who knows?
All right, so just type in LW and you will find him. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Nightbot has been dropping that as well. Make sure you do that because LW's channel is absolutely absurdly hard to find. LW, if you want to drop it in the chat before we get out of here, that would be great. I know Nightbot has been dropping it, but drop it in the chat. It'll make it easier for people to find, or if anybody knows how to drop that, that would be cool. Sub up LW as well.
Yes.
Any last words? Mr. Producer, I know you want to pimp something out here.
Well, I always want to pimp out the website. Anybody
right.
wants to go check out any of our past episodes, it's abbynormal.com. I've been working on keeping that up to date. So right now, every episode that we've done so far, all the way back to June 6th, actually, of last year, we're coming up on our year of doing this.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Yeah. And actually, going back and looking at the first episode and like looking at it then to now, it's wild. There's a wild difference on how far we've come. So I can't wait for what the next year is going to look like. I know that I've got a lot of ideas. I know Fools, you got a lot of ideas. So we just have to put it down at some point and actually get time to execute on this stuff. But anyways, yeah, visit www.abbynormal.com for all of our past episodes. And if you want to be a guest, there's a contact form there. You can fill it out and we will see it. But other than that, I will not be around for, gosh, a while. I won't be back. The next episode I'll be available back is June 12th. That's when
He's lying to you guys right there. I'm going to make him take his laptop with him. He will be tuning in from his hotel room. He just he thinks he's getting time off, but he really is not.
We're going to make him break his neck to be on here.
Dream.
So anyways, June 12th.
There you go. There's the link
I'll
to
make another
LW's
return.
right there. But I like what Mr. Producer said. He did say go over there and check out www.abby2bs.abbynormal.com. Go over there and check that out. He'll be here next week. Don't worry, folks. Without a doubt, he'll be here.
I won't be, but yes.
Oh my God. So let's go on ahead and get out of here. We're going to make this a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, guys, everybody, for being here. We really do appreciate you. We'll probably have a trivia night this Sunday night coming back, as always. That is always fun to do. We like doing that. So we do that over here on Traveling Fools. Check us out Sunday night, 10 o'clock. Be there or be good. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. We've got, let me just go back. I know we had a couple people come in there. Thanks a lot. Raging Against the Machine coming in there, $10 super chat, saying the moon was made of cheese. Multi gifting out 10 memberships over here. Thank you so much, Multi. You are absolutely awesome. Really appreciate you, brother. Love you, man. You know that. Chili Peen coming in here, $1.99 super chat. Thank you all you guys for your support. We really do appreciate that. Tell us goodbye as we go out of here. Thanks a lot, Gene. That is very nice of you to say. Fun show. Fun having you here. Wouldn't be fun without you guys. That's
Happy
what makes it
Mother's
fun.
Day.
Yes,
Oh,
happy
that is a big
Mother's
thing.
Day.
Yeah, to all you mothers out there, including my own, thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you for making the world go better. Have a great night, everybody. And once again, we do appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out with us. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Little Miss Red Velvet. Thanks for being here. Like I always say, love the name. Breakfast time for you on the other side of the pond. Thanks for being here.